On our walls, the Pepsi generation thought we'd seen it all. Brightly lit future with flying cars, and we'd all be superstars. Energy is endlessly entertaining us violently. Commercials play on TV, and nothing was ever free. Self-aware, made mistakes that land us anywhere. With coded phones and tape machines, you could do anything if you just believe. Commercials play on TV, and nothing was ever free. Time flies so fast in an instant flash. I could drive by. Fake Nikes. He liked computers and Atari games. Wanted friends, but kids can't be me. He played the keyboard, loved the music scene. Formed a band that we paid to see. It's funny how people see all the rock stars on MTV.
up, everybody? Wednesday style show coming at you. The award-winning WPIG back at it. And we are working our way through this full week. Because remember, I was not here on Monday, but we're paying you back on Friday. And it is 1:46 p.m. Big ups, everybody. Big ups for chilling today. I want to say a big ups to Nibbity in the house who says, certified unk with big bro energy. I don't know about the certified. Teeling Soldier says, which awards have I won? I don't want to bore everyone by listing them all, honestly, but just check the Wikipedia page. All right, it's pretty simple. Do like everyone else, or ask AI. They know everything, so it's insane. Here's a question. Getting kind of now that we're getting close to Summer Team, we're working our way there, guys. I really feel like I can't get rid of the intro songs, can I? I'm looking for a different way, but I really think they're kind of a part of thing. That's one thing I can't say goodbye to. Don't you agree? But I don't. But sometimes I obviously have to make some difficult decisions that maybe you won't agree with. But I think like the intro songs, I don't know. I'm working towards tough stuff these days. Tough decisions being made behind the scenes with the board at WPIG. I'm fighting with the CEO every goddamn day about things I'm trying to keep and trying to get rid of. It's tough. God damn it. Anyways, let's get to our silliness of the day. Let's get that out of the way first, all right? So here's the game where we guess the sport, all right? Guess the sport they're playing. We're going to start that first. Here we go. Go!
I always used to love to look up there and see those two balls, my playing competitor's ball, and just try to show off and say, watch this, I'm going to stick it inside both of you. Oh, it seems a little deep. Oh.
That dude that said it seems a little deep, like he was saying a, golfing term. But that's pretty, come on, man. I like to see those two balls, and I like to stick it right in between those two balls of my competitors. That was a pretty good one, I thought. Okay, but nonetheless, forget about that. We got a hype new intro to show today. This is from a gentleman named Slayer. I don't know if you know who this is. I don't really myself, but he made a new intro for us. So let's enjoy this. I'm going to make a new intro. Go! Come on! Let's go! Burning! Hell yeah! That's it. That is the Slayer. This is the Slayer that bought Phillips, with the Patreon perk. He would pay for Phillips Reacts, and then they'd be here. So, for example, Philip did an hour of the top 500 K-pop songs. I'm sure he loved it. I wonder if there's any gold in here. I'm not watching it, but I wonder if there's any gold in here.
Right? They're not ringing a bell to me, so this is kind of unique that we get to see a bunch of different groups, although admittedly they are all kind of fitting into established archetypes with the exception of maybe the rock one.
You think, Philip?
What's my name? Well, here we go. This one probably isn't real, right?
What do you think? This one probably isn't real. Hang on.
If they are real, it's definitely probably don't look like this.
Philip, what do you mean? Are they real? This one's probably not real. Hang on.
Rock one. Me, what's my name? Well, here we go. This one probably isn't real, right?
What do you mean by that?
If they are real, it's definitely probably don't look like this.
If they are real, they probably don't look like this. All right. Anyways, enough of the Slayer content. I mean, I'm sure there's some funny shit, but yeah. Bingo. That's it. Former King of the Ring. We needed This Is How You Don't Play of these. Could someone make these? Because I don't have the power. CTU agent in the house. I'm so excited for Ching this year. Big ups all. Yes, we are getting ever closer to Saturday's big event. And I'll spoil my output this year. I will be doing a duet with the guest judge, known as the Wolverine doll. I will have a solo song as well with the video edited by Ludwig World Order. And obviously I'll be doing the intro, but that's not my singing. I just made the silly intro, and I'm working on that today. I hate editing videos. I cannot do edited videos because I think something will be funny, and then I lose my fucking mind because I have to make it happen. And then you start thinking, like, this joke is really not worth this. But then you get pissed at yourself. He's like, come on, man. You know it's funny. So you put, you know, your devil's on your fucking shoulder. It's like, you really gonna give up? That's your line? That's what you're giving up? You give up for that? And I say, all right, I'll do it. And I yell at myself. And then I do it anyway. And it's not funny for anyone but me. It's like, why am I doing this? Anyways, I'll work past it myself. Streaming is way harder than editing videos, no lie. See, I know that's a lie, DSP. I know that's a lie because it's not true. Editing is way, way, way harder. Big ups Eric Newton for the membership. Big ups Kaneki J. Burger King. And freaking Justin says, bring Genevision back for the summer. Genevisions are always going to be back for those pre-show shows, but we're not going to do any more visions.
Thank you for re-upping your membership.
You know, guys, we got to pare down. It's about being real and making a meaningful experience. Ludwig Vaughn says, with editing, you have to be confident with your decision and stick with them, and of course, meet your own. Yeah, but like I know, like okay, I could take a week for this and make it awesome. But like you gotta. The tough part for me is deciding when it's enough. Right? I cannot do that. That's my worst skill. And that's why I love when Sam was, you know, we're doing more stuff, because I would send it to him. And he's the best. He knows exactly how not to do too much. I would have to bully him into adding stuff. But he would, no, it's better without that. And he was always fucking right. God damn it. Sam, come back. Sam, where are you? Okay. Anyways. We've had a lot of intros today, but I want to do one more. 43 seconds here. This is how we're going into this show with this vibe today. You ready?
Today, we're visiting Grandma's kitchen. How about we take a trip to the Caribbean? I want you to come fishing with me. Today, I'm going to take y'all back to my past. I'm fixing to take y'all to a spooky castle. We're gonna go get some heavenly treats. We're gonna go to the king. We're going straight to the woods. We're gonna be in the Atlantic Ocean, so we got to go find the beer. I'm gonna take y'all to a favorite little secret spot of mine. We're gonna go to Louisville, Kentucky. We're going crabbing. We're going to see President Jimmy Carter. We're gonna go to town. Y'all hop in the car and come with me. Y'all come along with me because it's candy time.
She's excited. There we go. She's happy. Anyways, big ups everybody. And not the same age as me. No dice on that one. Everybody's saying that. Okay, I got a lot of silly stuff for us here, but let's get through yesterday first. All right. So yesterday, we had a day stream, and we left the stream at like $3 or something when the stream ended yesterday. And it didn't get much better than that, everybody. All right? Did not get much better, everybody. So let's get into that. Big ups to Storm Burnell for this one.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah, I played that before, Retro Seal. It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready to get ready. Yeah, I played that before. That's a good one, though. It's time to strap in. It's time to beat off.
Oh my God!
It's time to beat off crime.
What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. I have to warn everyone.
Warning.
What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
That's correct.
You gotta wait for that one.
The entire reason that I changed my look on stream was because of LTG.
Oh, we saw this part. I'm gonna skip that. Let's get to where the gameplay starts and the coping starts. We did watch the pre-stream yesterday. If you didn't see that.
So what? I should change her weapon for this fight for sure. She can't hurt him.
So thank you, Amazing GT. I'm not kidding. You're our first super chat of the day.
What?
Even though I've been streaming this extra all day, we have almost no support on the stream.
Where are you guys? Oh shit! Just saw a new shanabran video. Sweet. This is the VR guy. All right, we'll finish today with that. That's an edge. Shanabran, another VR video just dropped. We'll watch that tomorrow. We'll watch that after today. Yes.
No, what you're seeing is not incorrect on the leaderboard. We're literally at $26 of support.
What? Do not adjust your television sets. What you're seeing is the number $26.
Correct on the leaderboard. We're literally at.
Let me hear that again.
No, what you're seeing is not incorrect on the leaderboard. We're literally at $26 of support.
No!
And I've been streaming this all day.
No!
We only have just about 90 minutes left on the stream. This is officially the least supported stream I have ever done, I think.
That is so not true.
I'm not kidding. Now that could change, but let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, Balleros, we got a new weapon for Minoka.
That's just not true. He's just trying to make, extremism again.
So it's our first new weapon for Minoka. Open your wallets and give me all of your monies.
I'm not kidding. This is the least supported stream I've had in like 6 to 8 months.
Okay,
so,
well, the story changes already, guys.
I don't know what's going on. We've hit the goal every time we've done this game before, and then last time we had 100 and didn't hit it. Today we have the worst momentum I've ever seen. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I get it.
Worst momentum.
It's a lengthy RPG, but we played it for a month and it worked. So please support today if you can. All right. Let's do some quick clips. I'll be back in a bit, and we will continue on. Okay.
Okay, we're not going to beg anymore, right? Oh, so that happened. That happened again, or no? 12:21 p.m. This happened again yesterday, guys? Because I know it happened on Sunday night, but it happened again? Come on, man. I'm in camp. Philip is just stupid and forgets to do it. But if it happens again, I mean, they're at the point where they're like, all right, fuck it then, man. All right, man. Clearly, even if it's not on purpose, you need to be punished for this. You know what I mean? Like... But guys, I see you saying 4 times, 3 times. Guys, he's got fired from every single job he did. Don't you see a world where he's like, Philip, did you forget to turn in your time card this week? And it would happen 4 times in a row every fucking week. Okay, yes, Philip. All right, we're going to put you on the ACE certification track now, going forward next week. And what's going to happen is you're going to go to your dad in the morning, and he's going to put you in the broom closet, and you're going to study to get an ACE certification. It's really important, and it costs us millions of dollars to train you, okay? So make sure you handle that. That's your new assignment next week, right? Like, that's the kind of person he is. I'm not saying, I just don't think he would do something that is so obviously breaking the rules. Philip likes to be the victim, guys. And when you do things like this, you can't be the victim. I know that might be strange to anyone new to these parts where he's like, well, he begs every day. Doesn't he know that's bad? No. He has justified that in his own dented mind as not being bad. That's a little different. But this is an open and shut case. This is a bad thing to do, and you are breaking the rules. He doesn't like doing those things because then he can't be the victim. Right? So I don't think he's doing this. I know there's another level 2, right? There's a level 2 thought that is... he is doing it on purpose so he has a reason to leave kick when they turn on him. I think that's giving him way too much credit. Philip doesn't think that much deeply about things, and he doesn't run games like that, guys. He's not even smart enough to do that. You know what I mean? So, I think he forgets to turn it off every single time. Right? And Chuck Berry says he's such a persnickety rule follower that he made fun of Twitter, changed to X, and then 1 week later called it X because that's what he thought it should be called. Right? That's how much of a rule follower he is. Oh, you're supposed to call it X? Okay, well, I'm calling it X now. That's what I'm saying. Don't expect 4D chess from a 1D chess thinker. That's what I say. I just think he's a lazy bitch, and he doesn't click the button every time. Right? That's what I think. But who knows? We're all just guessing anyway, so that's what makes it fun.
Guys, again, I'll just say it once. If you guys are enjoying Expedition 33, the playthrough, or just like my content in general and you're here today, please support...
If you just like my content in general, not necessarily what you're watching now. The stream. If you just like my content in general, not necessarily what you're watching now. Please support the stream.
When we played this earlier in the week, we didn't hit the goal, but we did all right. Today, incredibly slow support, and I want to keep this game going. You know, we're already more than halfway into it, and I want to keep playing it and finish it up, but I can't have it be a dead stream, you know? So please support if you can.
By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation. So, hint, hint, save the house. All right, guys, so last chance to support Expedition 33.
That's something he would later say he never said, but you just heard it right there. Save the house.
I would be lying if I told you I wasn't disappointed. What? I really love this game and sinking the amount of time into it I have. I love exploring. I love doing all the content. I'm disappointed that today I did a 4-hour stream of the game to make progress, which we did, and for some bizarre reason, people did not support it. I don't know what else to say. I really need the money to keep this house.
I know Barnabas Grimm. Barnabas Grimm says, man, can we just keep this going because I really like it, you know. I agree with you. I love this game.
But I need money, dumb bitch. Ludwig Von has good questions here about this debate. I'm liking this debate. He only followed rules he agrees with. He used to upload to YouTube immediately despite it being against Twitch terms of service. Good point. All right, a good point. That is true. I think, though, that was when laziness... okay, I got to think of the levels here, because I think number one is laziness, right? So that's the biggest driving force in Philip's life is laziness. How can I do what I have to do in the least work possible? Okay, so number two might be following the rules. So I think the laziness of waiting to upload something overrode his willingness to follow the rules in that case, specific case. Do you have to turn dual streaming on every stream? Why would it ever be turned off? He doesn't stream. I'm guessing, now this is just a guess, and someone that streams on Kick, please tell me if you know the facts here. I'm guessing when you start streaming, you have to click multi-stream every time. Because then, if that's not the case, well then I would turn to team on purpose really quickly. But I would imagine it's every time you have to click it. Right? That is a dented design choice. But that's what would lead to Philip forgetting to switch it off every time, right? Logan K says he refused to put in machinima bumpers most of the time when he was with them. That's okay. Okay, thank you, Logan. Thank you. Thank you for coming today to the courtroom, and I'll get your full testimony in a second. Let me interrupt you real quick, though. That was one of those cases where laziness overrode the rules, and also Philip thought he was hot shit that didn't have to follow those rules. Okay? Dead Bears makes a good point, too. He doesn't want to be told what to do. If the rules are listed for everyone, and they're not a human telling him something, how am I defending Pigler? I'm not defending him. I'm saying he's this form of horrible instead of the other version of horrible. There's no defense happening here. It's either is it intentional scam or he's so stupid and lazy he might lose his Kick partnership because he forgets. Both are bad. You know what I'm saying? The bitrate limits on Twitch he constantly broke is another good point. This is one of those cases, though, where he thought he was hot shit and was above someone directly telling him that he was breaking the rules. Okay? So in this case, I think he doesn't think he's hot shit enough to call out Kick. Because if he did, he'd be very quick to say, oh, I have to switch it off every time, fuck you. But he doesn't have that. He knows he doesn't have that pull anymore. So I'm thinking... it's just a laziness thing. And I've called this thing Piglin's Razor. We already have Occam's Razor. And the Occam's Razor is that Philip will take the laziest path to do something. Piglin's Razor means don't assume there is ill intent in something that could be chalked up to ignorance or forgetfulness. And that's the case in this. This is my case here. This is what I'm saying here. It's what I'm offering to the court. That's what I'm offering to the court. Right? So, take with that what you will. I'm done. Goodbye. Now, if we, like Summer of ALT, I'll be dropping the phone calls. We'll be having a deep fucking debate right here. I promise you. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. To that world. That world, we can change the schedule whenever we want to. And when deep conversations happen, I bring a real live crew. We get some fucking court going live. Anyways. Yeah, we can call for recess, pause everything. We're almost there. We're getting there. All right, back to it.
Ducks, I don't know what happened today. No exaggeration. This is the least supported stream I have done in over a year, I believe. I don't think I've done a single stream that has only done 30-something bucks for 5 hours. You know, I have no clue what happened today. If the people who were supported just didn't show up. I mean, I'm not getting the vibe that people aren't liking the game anymore.
Correct.
So I don't think that's what it is. I'm at a loss.
Save the pig.
Apparently OIC gave up and stopped playing the game.
What the heck? A pig with a party hat.
Matt Ice has a question. Is approaching the bench and says, LT, I submit him freaking out on Kino as evidence that he thinks he's higher than Kick. Okay. Now give me a second. Thank you. Did you add this to the evidence, Bailiff?
Yes, I did. I added the...
Okay, thank you. Now... But here's the thing about that. Mad Ice. Oh, God, I'm fucking pissed off. Another reason I'm fucking pissed off is because at the fucking Aldi, they don't have my favorite drink that's not the water-flavored drink I used to get that's not carbonated, and it's perfect because you can drink it on stream and not fucking burp your ass off. They don't have it anymore, so I had to get fucking sparkling water, and sometimes I got to drink during the stream, and then I start doing the burp, and I got to mute it, and it's annoying. I don't want you to hear the burp, but it's another step, another fucking thing. World's out to get me. Fuck this shit. All right, back to the point, Mad Ice. Okay? He was upset at Kino Casino, right? Not at Kick itself, and he would never bring up what's the best word to say it? That disrespect directly to Kick, though. So he does think he's above Kick, but he's not ready to directly go after Kick, right? Necro says he was mad at Kick for not responding to his emails. That was a long time ago, though. Okay. Thank you, Necro. I see what you're saying now. That was when they said they're not responding as to why he didn't get partner right away. He was pissed about that, too. But he didn't say it, like, directly to them. He's not trying to do something directly, because he does hate confrontation, right? So, I don't know. Good point. But I still think... Okay, let's do a poll. I mean, that's what a poll is for, okay? Let's do our pre-poll. Let's jump on that poll. Okay. Choose one. Okay, you can only choose one. I'm going to make two choices, okay? Philip is attempting to scam Kick for more money. That's the first option. Okay? Attempting to scam Kick. Number 2, Philip forgets to turn off the setting. To switch the setting. Okay? Here we go. Poll is dropping in 3, 2, 1, go. We'll see what the crowd is at. We'll see what the jury is at right now. Shoutouts to jury. Okay? Shoutouts to jury. Go ahead. Back to it.
Hello, Mr. Piggy. You see me, Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Hell! That is it for this stream. Now, tonight, we are doing American Truck Simulator. Oh, my hair's all screwed up. Tonight, we're doing American Truck Simulator.
That'll be hype.
Okay. Chill stream. I'm going to have a couple White Claws during that stream.
Hype.
It should be a good one. I hope that you'll join me for that. Around 6:45 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. Around 2 hours of chill, interactive streaming. Please come by and please support that stream. Hopefully we can
make
up some headway, make up some...
I like how Stuart Burnell writes those sentences. It was a beautiful, slow day with 37 in donations across all methods.
Hopefully we can make up some headway, make up some... so the fact that we didn't even get close.
Oh, no.
To hitting a goal here.
Shit.
All right?
Maybe
hopefully
it was the undershirt.
Now, tomorrow, we're doing more blueprints, and tomorrow night is a second stream of mine.
Cerulean would like to add something to the courtroom. Phil specifically said that this kick correspondence was to ensure his KCIP. Okay, where did this take place? Was this on last night's stream? I will bring that up happily if that is a real thing. Cerulean 86, please tell me.
Minecraft. I need to raise a lot of money this month. No lies, because I need the money right now with this whole tax situation I'm in. I need the money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. There's still this back here.
Okay. I think that's the end of the video though. Okay. So it was during it was when they pinned the message on the the first time I saw the pinned message thing was Sunday night. Now if they did that on day stream again, Raw Phil should have that if it's there. Oh no, Raw Phil it'll probably be archived though. God damn it. Then we got to go through his channel to see what the fuck that is. If it wasn't archived. The first stream was he has 3 fucking streams too. Any guess as to which one it was? Part 1, part 2, part 3? Oh, Duty has it. All right, that'll be easier. I didn't expect the court to break out like this so feverishly. Coastal Momentum will fill rage quits. Hyperfixates on tight shirts. Call for... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Got it.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's theft. That's right.
Okay.
I screwed up again.
By Kick.
Here we go.
Oh, Kick support. Thank you again, man. I screwed up.
Damn it, dude. Monday? Okay, let me hear exactly how he says this. Okay, here we go. So it was Sunday and then Monday again. Here we go.
Oh, Kick support. Thank you again, man. I screwed up again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I keep screwing this up. Kick support, we're all good. So thank you for reminding me. Dude, I did it again.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that Kick support does that. Thank you, Kick support.
They shouldn't have to keep doing that.
Yeah, I keep screwing up. Every time that you do multi-streaming on Kick, you have to type in a command to enable it. And I keep forgetting. They're doing me a solid because if I don't enable it, I don't get paid at all.
See, what does that mean? If I don't enable it, I don't get paid at all. I guess that means if they catch you not doing the partner program, multi-streaming without saying it, they just say you get nothing. I'm guessing, right? But if they keep doing it endlessly, they're going to say, all right, fuck off.
So they're helping me out. Thank you, Kick support. Appreciate you. I think it's kind of automated, though. But thank you. I can unpin it because I just fixed it.
Right.
Here we go.
Okay, what I want to point out here is if you notice, Phil didn't click on anything.
Interesting. So he said it's a command though, didn't he?
Because I just fixed it. Yeah. I think it's kind of automated at all. And I keep screwing up. Does that? Thank you for reminding me, dude. I did it again. I'm so happy that
he's clicking right there. He's just clicking 2 things right there.
Support does that. Thank you, Kick support.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll check the poll right now. The poll is at 68% say scam, 32% say forgot to switch the setting. Hate Army says scam 100%, no growth, all trolls, so he's squeezing out a few last dollars before he sets himself up as a martyr when they boot him with a sob story. That seems to be the thought of the 68% for sure, right? He knows things are going downhill on Kick for sure. I still think he sees Kick as easy money, right? Don't you? It seems to be very easy money that I don't think he's ready to get rid of quite yet, is what I think. Matt Ice says, also, I'd like to shout out the 2 LARPers in his YouTube chat yesterday talking as if they're in a boardroom meeting. Shout outs to those legends. Big ups. Mr. Extravagant says, right when he's starting getting paid hourly, he all of a sudden could not end his streams. I suppose that's just a coincidence too. Well, he's not ending his streams more often because... Listen, he's ending his streams are going longer than ever because he's not hitting the goals. That's just OT time, right? I think that is what he's talking about more than he's staying later for the overtime more than anything else, right? Good. Philip is in chat now. Good morning, all. We're 1 stream away from me getting a wheel for Truck Sim. LOL. He wants to have 1 more successful stream to buy a wheel. There we go. I guess in his head he set the limit of 3 successful streams. And then he's into the wheel. Hell yeah. Jericho says, people way overestimating DSP. Remember the snake inning. That's why I always, if there's an option that is Philip being stupid rather than smart, I always choose that one because he doesn't think about things too long, guys. He's not the kind of guy that has long-term plans about anything. Eh? That's what I think. Ready to... Okay. Morning, Phil. Philip then responds, ready to chill, but again, there's not tons going on because of all the stuff next week. So we can chat about Claire Obscure a bit, the controller, but nothing really crazy to go over. Oh, great. Those are our topics. Claire Obscure not getting money, the controller, which we already talked about, and nothing else. So we have Q&A coming up. Night Rain reviews are out, and it's exactly as expected. It's just like Monster Hunter. There we go, just like Monster Hunter, dude. So I guess we're going to talk about that. Big Dog says, you're telling me that Phil forgot to do a step that pays him less? Now, I understand that is true. Him not doing this step usually would involve him getting more money, right? But if he does it too long, they would cancel. I think they would say, all right, fuck you, right? So I just think it's a forgetful thing. I really think it's a forgetful thing. And if the guy said, if you keep doing it, you don't get paid anything, that's a direct negative to forgetting it, right? That's not a positive thing. It's a direct negative. We'll see. Hopefully it happens again. Hopefully we get some action out of this and we'll know the truth. We'll know the truth. Can you pull up the Frakes questions? I haven't pulled those up in a long time because we kind of moved on. I had Judge Judy going for a while. I think we got question crazy, right? But I do have those. Where are they? See? This is why we can't have this, guys. This is why we can't have nice things, because I'm looking through 18,000 things here, and my stream deck is like 4,000 buttons. I can't find what I need. Jonathan, where the fuck are... Here you are. Sorry, it's not your fault, Jonathan. Those are the questions we got, though. We are missing... What's the right tip? Do you love to go wandering beneath the clear blue sky? And that's it. Are you careful with your personal records? We did get to. But we need to get what's the right tip? And we need to get, do you love to go wandering beneath the clear blue sky? Those are the ones we cannot get. Okay. Oh, you want the hard version ones? See? Every time you have to say, listen, every time you have to say in a stream, oh, you want the more difficult Jonathan Frakes questions. That's a good indicator you might have too much stuff going on. I'm just saying. That's not a sentence most human beings have to say. Oh, you want the more difficult questions from Jonathan Frakes.
This is not an illusion. I'm Jonathan Frakes, and things are about to get mysterious again.
Here's the second ones. What really happened here? Did 3 acrobats really choose to avenge their sister's death? Have dogs and cats been known to predict earthquake? We got that one, by the way. But he didn't talk about the earthquake, so we decided not to count that one. What about the detail of the chocolate chip cookies? Just choose one, okay? Anonymous Fish, choose one. Let's do, how do you explain the Grim Reaper? Just whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. All right, get out of here. Okay, so let's go to the night stream. Let's move on because he's gonna do slideshows. Oh, here we go. There's just no way to play an RPG that's lengthy. If I skip all side content, I get told I skip half the game. If I do it all, well, now I'm over leveled and it's boring. Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about today. Is blaming you guys for making him do the side content and be over leveled. That's not fun, and no one supports. And it's your fault, dumb fucks. Stop making fun of me for skipping the game. Robert Williams says, if Phil gave up easy money as quick as losing Kick would be, he wouldn't have done years of K-pop reacts. Good point. See? You're starting to get it. I feel some people are turning. Some people are starting to see the light, and they understand how lazy Philip really is. When he finds a way to do easy money, he doesn't say bye to that easy money very easily or quickly. Slideshow has started. Big ups to Keel, who says, buy the wheel for $300. Never play Truck Simulator again. You asked for this, you wanted this. And the best is going to be when he buys the wheel, and then he gets one slow stream after that. And then he'll be pissed. I bought the wheel. You guys told me you wanted me to buy the wheel. By the way, no one told him they wanted to have the wheel. Uh-oh, we're got Cope in chat. Hell yeah. Okay. Listen to this. To please a few, one must please an entire generation. Just play what feels right, mate. Philip responds. If I played what feels right, I'd be out of a business in a month. Likely wouldn't have tried. Okay, I'll read it as written. Likely wouldn't have tried a bunch of stuff you guys convinced me to play. And suffering through some stuff works out business-wise for sure. But ultimately, I love more chill games and RPGs. Drees. And people sadly tune out for them. So it wouldn't work. And Nervous Nick obediently says, point taken. Sorry for questioning, King. Sorry for questioning, King. Okay. So, let's get to the night stream. Where obviously, we gotta hit these fucking goals, man. Fuck this shit, man. We gotta hit the goals. So we were begging out of our mind. We offered up $100 for shots. Shots. So here, let's listen to that real quick.
I'm not even putting gas. I got no gas, so this must be like a downhill drive right now.
Check out the big brain on Phil. Must be downhill. This must be downhill.
They'll give me 20 subs if I get the moonshine. I'm not drinking moonshine tonight. I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Stuff's disgusting. No 20 subs then. But see, here's how it works.
Oh, please.
You gift the 20 subs, and then I'll be like, oh, this guy's serious about support. Maybe to reciprocate, I go downstairs and I get the moonshine and I take a sip of it. Okay? But that's how it works. It's not, you say, if I take a sip of moonshine, that you're going to give me 20 subs, and then you never do. That's not how it works. You have to do it first. Go straight okay?
Okay, so you do it first. Gotcha.
Speaking of moonshine, Moonshine Mill right there.
Okay.
So with that gets us up to $86 of support so far tonight. Now, it looks like a sub bomb has dropped, but I need to confirm that it's real.
Okay, so this is a sub bomb of 20. Remember, he asked for 20?
Everyone, please be calm, because sometimes we have people come on here.
Please be calm. Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Everyone, please be calm, because...
Calm down.
Sometimes...
Stop freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. Calm down.
People come on here and impersonate people and try to do sub bombs, but I think this is probably real. I just want to confirm.
Calm down.
Yes, absolutely. It is real. NDO 103 is here tonight and just dropped a 20-member bomb.
All right.
On YouTube. So 20 people are about to get gifted memberships. Very nice.
Okay, so you're going to do the shot,
Thank you,
right?
NDO. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Good to see you tonight. Those are our first memberships of the day.
So we're going to...
The wrong button.
Do a shot, right?
No.
Hey.
That is worth $60 of support, folks.
So you're going to do
like
a
that,
shot,
we go from
right?
86 to 146. We are a mere $4 away. $4 away from us doing, what am I talking about? From us hitting a goal. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, because everyone's saying moonshine, moonshine.
That's whack. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Oh, no, I'm not doing any push-ups tonight. There was no offer for push-ups.
You never did any push-ups anytime.
Sorry.
You didn't do push-ups ever, so what would change?
Dream Green's what's going on. How you doing? Moonshine time? No. The offer is 20 subs for Moonshine. That's $100. So 20 memberships is only 60 because YouTube is way more. First of all, my YouTube memberships cost less. YouTube memberships are only $4. I only get $3 from each. So we'd still need more than that. We would still need to get the equivalent. So that would be another
NDO.
Buck. Or
NDO. That's not gonna cut
10,
it, brother.
11, 12, 13, like another 13 memberships to do the Moonshine. Yeah.
Good math.
Why is it fucked up? The offer was for a certain monetary value. 20 subs on Kick was the offer. I never even made the offer on YouTube.
Let's check that.
Okay, Guitar Player just did a $5 super chat. DSP is the GOAT. Also, just did a They'll give me 20 subs if I get the Moonshine. I'm not drinking Moonshine tonight. I'm not doing that.
Okay, well, he says he's not going to do it there.
Sounds disgusting.
Where's his sub offer originally? I want to see if he did say it was only for Kick or not. But anyways, maybe it was in the beginning thing.
No 20 subs then.
So he also did say something interesting. We definitely want to look at. He talked about getting ripped off during his move to Seattle. Okay, listen up.
Did I drive the truck when I moved the stuff to Washington? No. I paid for professional movers, and they ripped me the hell off.
Get ready to turn left.
The movers originally quoted me something like,
please mind the speed.
Like maybe $2,000-$3,000. I'm not kidding you. At the end, it was over.
Oh yeah, so that's true. He did say subs, which are not memberships. YouTube is memberships. I got you. So he did say Kick, but still, any normal streamer on Earth would see that supporter that gave you $60 earned a little drink, right? And that person was trying to hit the level which would get a reward. I know that reward is extremely dented, okay? And I know it's very strange for any other human being to give someone money to take a drink for you and for you to watch it happen. Not even like at a bar having fun or whatever together. It's not that situation. It is a situation in which a streamer will drink a drink for you after you give them $80. I understand that's weird, but this person still wanted that. He thought this was a good way to spend his money, so a normal streamer would probably have paid the man, as they say. But yes.
Please mind the speed.
Like maybe $2,000-$3,000. I'm not kidding you. At the end, it was over $8,000 for the movers. It was insane.
That seems pretty insane.
Way too much money.
So, I mean, why did you... And how much stuff did he even... Well, remember, he sent some stuff that was, like, insane to send. Right? He didn't take his like, poker chips, but he sent a lot of chairs and stuff where, like, most people be like, all right, man, I just don't need this. And not to mention, he got his car shipped over, too. Because he got his lease in Connecticut before moving to Washington. So that means they had to ship the car over there. That is so insane to say. He went to the dealership to cancel his lease, walked out with another one, and they said, okay, well, when you get over there, we'll send the car. Across the country. How bad with money do you have to be, right?
Yeah, I got ripped off a lot when I moved.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yep.
Told you guys about the furniture story. Real quick in a nutshell.
Yeah, please.
So when I first moved here, I wanted to furnish the whole house with nice furniture.
Which was a very stupid thing to do. There's no need for that. You don't have kids. No one's even coming over. Why do you have to get the whole place furnished up?
So when I first moved here, I wanted to furnish the whole house.
Yes, that's totally your choice.
Nice furniture. So I went to the Macy's furniture store.
Caution.
That was right near me.
Please mind.
And I liked a lot of the furniture that I saw there. They're gonna let me get over?
Go straight on.
I liked a lot of the furniture that I saw there. I ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff there, including the dining room table and chairs. the sectional sofa that I have in the living room, and the love seat that I actually bought for this room, okay? And the salesman sold me all of it. I mean, he was ecstatic that I was spending that much money in one day. I spent...
Yeah, you think? He was ecstatic.
Insane amounts of money at this place, right? So he quotes me the price.
Holy shit. Holy shit, you want to buy that too? Oh, yeah. Okay, sir, have you thought about in your office? Oh, you're a gaming streamer? Oh, let me tell you. Most people use gaming chairs. Oh, that's for poor people, though. You're going to want a love seat. It's better for your back, too. Now, this is 2000, but you seem like a man that knows quality. Oh, yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
And I'm like, okay, and I agree to the price, and I sign, and he charges my card and everything. And he goes, all right, so here's your delivery dates and all of that. Because some of the stuff was going to be available within like a few days to be delivered. And another thing, the love seat for this office particularly wasn't available right away. He goes,
why would you ever...
that'll be available in like 2-3 weeks. You'll get it in about a month. Okay. So all the stuff gets delivered. It's all great quality or whatever. Finally, like a month later, the love seat gets delivered. And then all of a sudden, when the love seat gets delivered, I get charged like a ton of money on my credit card. I was like, what the fuck? So I called Macy's and I said, what is this? Why are you charging my credit card all this money? I haven't been to your store in over a month. Oh, well, that's because your love seat got delivered, so we charged you for it. I said, wait, what? I said,
what did you expect, Philip?
No. I signed for everything. I paid for everything when I was in the store. I never agreed to pay more money for the love seat. I was quoted this amount. It was charged to my card the day of.
This story seems a little bit fishy. So I know some places, you pay when you get it, right? Or you could pay for it in advance, of course. They'd love you to do that. But did they charge him twice?
I lied. The guy actually ripped me off. He said that's what it was for everything, and he completely lied. He left the cost of the love seat.
So now, no. See, I'm trusting the other guy. The thing that he did was Philip misunderstood and said, okay, well, we'll charge you for the chair when you get it, right?
Actually ripped me off. He said that's what it was for everything, and he completely lied. He left the cost of the love seat off, and then they charged me a month later. So I ended up paying a ridiculous amount of money for the love seat that I never agreed to.
Okay, so yeah, this is a misunderstanding from Philip. He just doesn't read things, and 100% his misunderstanding. 100%. Oh, this is the total? No problem. Money is no object served. Yes, I'll sign here. That's it. And if you don't want it, you can say bye. Yeah, you don't have to pay for it then.
Like, what the hell? It just sucks. Like, these people are just, when they see someone who has money, right, and they're trying to do something big in their life, like I'm making a big move. Oh, they go just like this. They go, let me take advantage of this guy. Let me rip him off as much as I can, right?
Yeah, definitely.
People are messed up, man.
People are messed up.
Yeah,
if you didn't like it, you could have got away with it. I mean, you could have definitely not said, I'm not paying for that then. I was told this, and now I'm getting charged again for this love seat, then I don't want the love seat. If you really felt so strongly about it. But no, not that strongly.
Man. Yeah, here's a guy who has some cash. Let's get him. Let's fleece him. Let's steal his pants and his shoes along with everything else.
She sucks his dick.
What?
So let's steal his pants and his shoes along with everything else.
Good one. Steal his pants and his shoes along with everything else. Nice one, Philip.
It was one of the reasons, major reasons why I racked up a ton of debt when I first moved out here.
Is what? Other than your own poor financial decisions, one of which you just explained. What else is there?
Way more than I had initially intended to spend. Was because
you bought everything possible and tried to fully furnish a house for two people?
It just ended up being like 2, 3, 4 times more expensive than what originally I thought it was going to be.
Okay. So hold on. So he's saying that's one of the reasons I spent so much money is because things are more expensive than I thought.
Spend was because things just ended up being like 2, 3, 4 times more expensive than what originally I thought it was going to be.
What would I have done in that situation? Went without things we don't need. For example, if you have a guest room or something, that doesn't need to have any shit in it for a while. That's what I did. That was an empty room till you got around to it. Until it's not a 14 credit card situation. That's how you do it.
Stop the engine and fill her up. There we go.
Take a drink.
Okay.
I need a drink after that story.
Okay. So, what we can do is pick the job, but then we're done.
Okay. Big ups Logan K, who says, if Phil was double charged, he could prove it with receipts and a phone call. Yeah, if this is something different than you expected, especially in the era now where every fucking receipt is on your phone, it's so simple to say, but that's not what happened. They told him there, I guarantee it. We'll charge you for the chair when we get it ready. We don't know when it's going to be ready, so we'll let you know. And then that's it. They came and they said that. Oh, you never said that. Right. We actually did say that, sir. That's why we're not doing anything. Big Dog says Phil had to impress his 19-year-old girlfriend. I think that's a big part of it. A big part of it. A big part of it is that I have to be this cool adult that can do whatever. Mr. Extravagant says he usually gets most momentum from the podcast, and he's never listened to anyone about not doing the podcast before, so why is he doing it now? That is a good question. And I think the reason is, I thought for a second it could have been a social experiment style thing. Like, look, when I don't do the podcast, I don't get any money. So he wants to do the podcast. But I really think he's kind of tired of the work, and I do say that with quotation marks, the work he's putting into the podcast, right? Because I think even he knows it's dragging, right? And when he has a Q&A for 45 minutes, no one's giving money, no one's having fun, and he knows it. You know what I mean? So I think he's ready to try to transition to going to games quicker. But if that doesn't work, then what are we going to do? I don't know. But, all right, here we go. Let's see this, Morgana. Here we go. Entire career on the line here. Let's see if it pays off or not.
Tastes like a chocolate covered peanut. That being said, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that being said,
Chocolate
reference.
covered
What was he
peanut.
eating though?
That being said, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
What was the chocolate? I'll see if I agree with him or not. Medusa Jr. says, remember this is OG YouTube buddy. Yes, this is when he was at the just finished paying off his original debt, and then he just right away got right back into it. Because he literally said, in the months leading up to the move, I finally finished paying off my credit card debt, right? And then he got right back into it. Right back into it. Instantly. Because we have to have a fully furnished house for reasons. Askew says he did one push-up that they let the girls do during the presidential fitness testing in elementary school gym class. I wonder if he could do one chin-up, too. I don't think he could do a chin-up or pull-up. No way. No chance. No chance. I remember the presidential fitness testing. Remember the stretching one? You have to stretch, like, see how far you can stretch and stuff. I remember those. Brahmin says, DSP won't do something if you tell him to, but if he thinks it's his idea and he gets some benefit from it, he will scam. Did he think up scamming Kick? I don't think so. I do not think so. That's why I don't think it's too much thought involved for him. Medusa Jr. says, I asked for Neebs Gaming and I got WPIG 6051 ripoff. Nope. Big us Medusa Jr. Uh-oh. Cold open time. Not yet. Oh, the song's going on. Is this... I haven't heard the new song yet, to be fair. Is it worth listening to? It's just Suno shit, right? Oh, okay, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we got to talk about the future. We got to talk about ongoing playthroughs that I've now been doing for over a month that are still around, that I am trying to focus on and make major headway in. But sadly, it seems like because the games are so lengthy the attention and the support for them has dropped off. The question is, how do I approach lengthy games? Because it seems like no one is satisfied whenever I play a long game these days. I don't know if I should spread them out and balance them with all the other releases. I don't know if I should rush through them. It just seems to be there is no consensus. And I know that it's impossible to please everyone at all times on the internet. But at the same time, I feel like today on the show, we should discuss this at length so we can at least try to figure out what exactly it is that I should be doing in situations such as Clear Obscure Expedition 33 and Blueprints. The good news is new games are right around the corner, starting as early as tomorrow night, but this is a serious discussion that we should tackle. So, it is time for a return. Let's sit back and relax. What? It's time for a return. Let's sit back and relax. It's time.
Yeah. Sit back and relax, boys. Let it out.
Level 1 podcast.
That sounded a little bit like the Carver song.
All right.
That is a great AI Suno song. Don't forget that. Big ups, Matt Ice says, I'm proud to report that by pivoting from the... here's our middle manager meeting. I'm proud to report that by pivoting from the strategy of an RPG that's boring to trucking simulator, we saw an increase to overall profits by 432%. Now, what do you think about that, guys? How does that work for us going forward? Big ups. This is Raw Phil's song, not Philip's song. How long's the new song? Jesus. Holy fuck.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're back. After being a day away from the podcast, we have returned. And today we've got some interesting stuff to talk about for sure.
Not really.
Is there any game news today? Well, in a nutshell, today, Wednesday, the 28th of May, 2025, everyone is talking about Elden Ring Night Rain. Why? Because all the NDAs, all the, instructions to hold off on talking about the game have...
you mean NDAs then?
Lifted. And now all the reviews are coming out. And basically, here is what everyone says about Elden Ring Night Rain. It's basically like Monster Hunter. The idea is you drop in with a group of friends or people online. You beat the living crap out of enemies, mini bosses and big bosses. You go in waves. You use that to then level up, get new weapons, get new things, get new abilities for your class. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's a good game, but it's not Elden Ring. It's not, it's an RPG where there's dungeons and there's all these challenges. It's literally drop in, drop out repetition.
Yeah.
So,
well, no one likes those games, right?
Similarly to what I have described to you guys the last couple of weeks, I feel like Elden Ring Night Rain will be something that will be fun to do for a few streams. But I feel like once we've done enough iterations of it and we've seen all of the bosses and enemies, the gimmick will run out. And we're probably not going to have as much interest in it as, say, a real Elden Ring game or a FromSoft full-fledged single-player title. So I hope everyone understands that. But
just like every other game, you're going to drop it after a few streams. Okay, move on.
I definitely... Exactly. Stuart said, so the premise of Helldivers? Exactly right. The point is you drop in, you play through one iteration, you try to survive.
It's amazing how he transposes things. So what is it?
The point is, exactly. Stuart said, so the premise of Helldivers.
So just to let you know, Stuart said, so it's like Helldivers, and Philip transposed that into, it's the premise of Helldivers.
I definitely, exactly. Stuart said, so the premise of Helldivers. Exactly right.
Like it's not that.
The point is, you drop in, you play through one iteration, you try to survive, you level up, right, and then you continue on. But it's a game loop that's supposed to hook you. But it's never going to be something like a mainstream FromSoft game. It never was intended to be. Pretty much everything is a flipped asset. There's nothing original.
I'll count that
in the game. So because of that, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, people
Hello.
are going to either love it or hate it. I think for me, it's going to be something that we play a few times. We see how much it appeals to everyone, right? And if people still keep liking it, then maybe I'll keep playing it, or maybe I play 3-4 streams of it, and then we've seen it all. You know, I'm playing it launch night tomorrow night on the late stream, and I'm playing it Friday, and there's no podcast on Friday. I'm actually jumping right into gameplay, so it's going to be like 6+ hours of Elden Ring Night Rain within that first 24-hour window to get a good idea of what the game is. Then we'll decide how much more we want to play it next week, okay? So that's the game news for now.
Great.
Okay, that's really it. There's nothing else going on.
Great
Why?
segment.
Well, because, again, next week we've got Summer
Wario 64 took a few days off for Memorial Day.
Game Fest, then we got the Xbox Showcase, and I suspect that an insane amount of gaming news will explode during that time frame. So we just have about another week to wait. It's actually just a little over a week to the launch of the Switch 2, which obviously is going to be industry shaking. Everyone will be talking about it. You know, I'll be covering it if I can get one, which right now, again, I keep telling you guys, I wish right now I could jump out and say 100% everything is locked in and confirmed. It's not.
Who cares?
Okay? I might be getting one. I might not. I'll let you know.
He's getting
but
one.
For now, I can't really talk about it. Because again, like I said, because my original pre-orders got canceled by a troll who socially engineered Walmart. Yes, it's true.
Yes, except for when you showed the order number on your stream. You keep forgetting that part.
Orders
You
got
didn't say that
canceled by a
part.
troll who socially engineered Walmart. Yes, it's true.
Shoot.
I now have uncertainty. All right? But I will let you know soon.
He keeps forgetting that part.
About it. And by the way, also, we're coming up on 100 support goals hit, and I'll be letting you know about that upcoming marathon event that I have planned out soon. Probably by the end of this streaming week, I will let you all know what's going on. Okay? Fair enough?
End of the streaming week. I'm sure it's going to be a great idea. Big Dog says, this is why he will pool over this game. He has nobody to play with and refuse to talk with team due to trolls. Yeah, so he's going to say this game doesn't work. He's going to make up other reasons the game sucks, even though the real reason it sucks for him is that he can't play with the team. But he can't say that because that's a troll W. So we'll say, like, see, this game, it just has no longevity. You play a few times, then you get bored. I mean, come on. You guys get this, you know? It'll be funny if he gets wailed out, though, and has to keep playing it and pretending he doesn't like it.
Okay. So, with all that happening next week, it's going to be super exciting. The month of June will be very exciting for games. I'm expecting everyone to be, you know, super into something. If not a bunch of stuff, games are going to be dropping out of nowhere during like Summer Game Fest and stuff. It's going to be a very exciting time of the year for gaming. But right now, I'm in the midst of playing and excuse me, that tickle in my throat right in the middle of my sentence. I'm in the midst of playing and juggling.
You're joking on cum?
Several games. First of all, let's just think about what I'm playing right now.
Oh, please, go ahead. Yes.
Okay?
Let's think.
Main playthroughs.
Think!
Player Obscure Expedition 33.
Yes.
A arguably 50 to 60 hour RPG. We're over 30 hours into it.
Oh,
okay?
God.
We're actually nearing the end of Act 2. We're going to understand there's 3 acts of the story, but then there's a ton of side content as well. We've done a lot of the side content. So we're probably about 2/3 of the way through Clair Obscure. Blueprints. An ongoing puzzle game, the likes of which I've never really experienced before, and I've never actually gotten, like, hooked on a...
Hold on. Hate to break it. He's being boring, so you'll understand. Big ups to David, who has sent me this email that I would like to enter into the court ASAP, bailiff. Stop what you're doing. I'll read this email to you from Kick. Hello there. Thank you for reaching out to us. You will need to activate this each stream. Our development team is actively working on a default setting regarding this. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to contact us. That means it is a setting you have to actively change yourself every stream. So guys, you think that's something Philip would be remembered to do? I see those numbers switching. Let me see how long it takes. 71%. Let's see how long it takes to go down. Watch this. It's going to go down, the number. It's going to go to 70. I just know it. Watch this. Come on, Paul. Fuck! Yeah, it went to 70. Yes. See? Felted. Case closed. No, the case is not closed. But
puzzle game in the way that I'm hooked on Blueprints. It actually has a really interesting story.
It doesn't prove anything. I'm just adding it to the evidence. Right? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't prove anything. It just says new evidence was added to the court proceedings. That's all I'm saying.
That gets better and better the further into the game that we get. And every time we play now, we're unlocking new rooms, solving big mysteries that have been ongoing for the course of the game, finding new keys and puzzles and then solving them. Last time we solved the reservoir puzzle entirely. There's 2 different puzzles to it. We solved them both. It was really awesome. And it's been going like that every single time that we play it, right? By the way, we're also over 30 hours into Blueprints.
Figure that
then
one
we have
out.
Minecraft. Now I to expand the Recon Truck Simulator, which we've done 4 streams of, and surprisingly enough, ends up being one of the best streams I do every week because people show up, engage, and support,
give money,
and have a great time. Not only is it about me just driving a truck and trying to run my own trucking business, but we have a lot of fun conversation. There's bounties and challenges, and people are wagering their channel points on Kick. It's always a really good time. And then the new game in the rotation, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, where I've been playing Capcom versus SNK. I play the game like I'm trying to do in new grooves, like P Groove is incredibly frustrating because here I am trying to learn and they're just sitting there doing abusive tactics. So, you know, I'm still loving it though. Capcom versus SNK 2 is a great game. If I had way more time to sink into fighting games, I would have played all the games in this collection. The collection has like 7-8 games. So far, I've literally only played 2. And there's just not enough time. When I'm only playing fighting games twice a week, I don't have enough time to invest to be able to play all the games in the collection, okay?
Point.
That's currently what I'm playing, all right? I would say that Minecraft and Truck Sim are doing well. We keep those easily as night chill streams, mixing in for variety amongst all the events night. The games that everyone are kind of not necessarily complaining about, but there's definitely a growing group of viewers who are saying, these games have overstayed their welcome. They're way too long, and you need to play new stuff.
People complain about whatever he plays. No,
talking about Clair Obscur, and we're talking about Blueprints, okay? Really, the question here, I feel, is not, are these games good? They are. They're outstanding games.
Good board meeting here going on. Just spoken like a real manager, too. The question here is, what can we do differently as a team to improve performance? Okay? I want you all to ask yourselves these questions. It's not just for me to tell you guys. I want us all here, spend the next hour or so, and coming up with solutions. And I'm talking about not just theoretical solutions. I want things we can take active steps to change so we can all enjoy the improved performance. Okay? So get amongst your groups and...
Clair Obscur is arguably one of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life.
NDO, any ideas, NDO? Anything you might be able to change to this?
To me, it's standing with this good of games as like Final Fantasy X, Lost Odyssey. Those kind of games, Blue Dragon that I played back in the day. And really...
No, view botted. He's being view botted. That's why he has 512. When he gets front page, he gets like over 100, but this is view botting territory.
It's that good.
Look how fast the chat's moving too, you can see. Even though you do have to wait 24 hours, but still.
As a modern game, visually it's amazing. The gameplay elements are great. The story's getting more interesting. I actually don't have a complaint about Clair Obscur at all. I really love the game, okay? Blueprints is the best puzzle game I've ever played in my life. And I don't say that with any exaggeration or coming quickly to the conclusion. Yes! I'm not a big puzzle guy, but when I play a puzzle game, usually it's few and far between. Blueprints is super good.
Yes.
I'm blown away with how much fun the game is when you get into its mysteries, when you get into the story. It's just really, really riveting. Okay? So, I'm having a great time with both games. But,
and also there's easy to find guides online, which I can use if a puzzle gets too hard. So that's the best part of it. Talby says, I love that making good content isn't even a consideration for him. No, it's just about the games. It's always been about the game. Games.
Every time that I play them.
This is a uniquely DSP thing to talk about, right? Is what games will allow you guys to give me the most money, right? Like, streamers will just play whatever the fuck they want. Say, okay, I'm getting bored with this one. Fuck it. Seems you guys are bored with this one. I'm kind of bored too. Fuck it. That's the end of it. That's the end.
I get complaints. I get a dip in viewership on the streams. The videos on YouTube take days and days to even get any real views. And now the sad fact is both of these playthroughs, after 30 plus hours of playing them, are now sadly getting way less support.
No.
This week, I did 2 streams of Claire Obscure, one of which we did well, and the other, which was yesterday, was my lowest supported stream of the year. And actually my lowest supported stream since I played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth a year and a half ago. We didn't even raise $40 on yesterday's Claire Obscure stream. Okay? Blueprints. Sadly, again, a game that was doing really good when it first came out. Then I said, well, new games are coming out. We have to put it to a night stream. And immediately I got big pushback. People saying, man, you really shouldn't have pushed that to a night stream because we can't really attend the night streams. We want to support it, but it has to be a day stream. So I brought it back to day streams, and then it started getting support again. I was like, ooh. But now all of a sudden,
I was like, ooh.
To day streams, and then it started getting support again. I was like, ooh. But now all of a sudden, last stream, couple days.
I was like, ooh. And she was like, ooh.
Ago, we didn't hit the support goal. Did it do poorly? By no means. We raised over $100, and I was okay with that. But the point I'm making is, you can see there is fatigue for these lengthy games.
Fatigue.
Okay? As a variety creator, I face a dilemma.
When no one else does, bitch. No one else does.
A lengthy game comes out. The first dilemma I face is,
how do I get anyone to watch me?
Play it.
Okay.
Because I know that attention on the internet, particularly on streams for games,
particularly when you're a boring lolcow,
is kind of short-lived unless it's a super-duper hyped game. Right? If a new FromSoft game that's not a co-op drop-in, drop-out game like Night Rain's going to be, but a new Dark
drop-in, drop-out
Souls, a new Elden Ring, or the Elden Ring DLC last year, right? Those games, even though they're lengthy, seem to get a lot of attention all the way through.
Yes.
Okay?
Because people like seeing you fail on that with those. Formerly Chuck is a good idea. It could be a secret Switch 2 marathon. You know what? That's so level 1 that I think that might be a good choice, actually, formerly Chuck. That sounds like a good guess, actually. Oh, get this, guys. We're going to do a Switch 2 marathon, okay? Slime Privilege said, I can't talk about if I have a Switch 2 or not because it was put my family in danger. And that is true, as we all know. Showing your order number is fine, but telling people if you have a Switch 2 or not, that is not fine. Very clear, guys. It's very easy to understand.
Big, hyped games. If a new GTA dropped tomorrow, GTA 6, I feel like I'd get attention the entire playthrough. Okay? But outside of these exceptions, all right, it seems like it's very hard to maintain attention for anything that's being played more than a couple of weeks. All right? Even Doom, The Dark Ages, a game that was only around 20, 25 hours long, that was hard to maintain attention on. And I played the living crap out of it in the first week. I beat Doom, The Dark Ages within 8 days of its release.
Get the hint.
Or is it 9? I think it was 9 days of its release. But even then, people said, oh, that was too long, and, you know, it was boring, okay? Now, here's an example. King Ferb says, well, Suikoden did well. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think the reason Suikoden did well is 2 factors.
And it's actually 2 people. So why can't we just say what the fuck the truth is? Oh, fuck off. What did I push? Oh, God damn it. It's fine.
Because we're over 30 hours into it.
Who cares?
Who cares? 2 weeks into the release of this game.
Who cares?
And there's just not enough time. When I'm only playing 10, okay, for these lengthy games. When a lengthy game comes out, kind of do FromSoft to be, but outside of these exceptions, mention the entire playthrough. If a new GTA to me, I think it was 9 days of its release. It was boring. Right. Okay. And I think the reason Suikoden did well.
I found it. Fuck off. Didn't take me that long.
Well, is 2 factors. Factor number 1, that was the longest game I had played in a very long time. We had actually been playing a lot of shorter games, indie games, right? Suikoden was kind of like, oh, a throwback. Phil hasn't done an RPG in a while. This is cool. It's refreshing to see him go back to that formula that he likes a lot. Suikoden also was a game from my youth, so I knew a lot about it, and you could see how much I was genuinely enjoying every moment I was playing it because I was...
You added nothing to that. You knew nothing. You couldn't name a character. That was one of the best kick names. It was like, favorite game from childhood, can't name a character.
Reliving these awesome moments from the original playthrough. And this was a game that there was buy-in. I told everyone, as long as we kept getting support for the playthrough, I would continue to play it as a daytime stream all the way through. And it happened. People literally supported the entire playthrough.
Could you please explain, Philip, how that's not possible with every other game?
Hey, this summer, let's actually do a playthrough of Suikoden 2, which is also in that collection, and people are like, yeah, we can't wait for that. Okay? So I think that was kind of an exception, but I think what's happened now is after Suikoden 1 ended, then we had another lengthy game, then another lengthy game, now another lengthy game. And now it's like, oh man, now Phil's inundated with a bunch of lengthy games again.
So it's long game overload, not RPG overload now.
We were liking the fact that he was playing more short-term, fast-paced indie-style games and action-based games, multiplayer games. Now he seems like he's getting back into that formula of everything takes 2 months to beat. And this is a problem because as a variety creator, all right, the dilemma I face is, do I even bother playing these lengthy games? Because if I don't, case in point, Metaphor, I get nothing but flack for it. Phil, how dare you skip Metaphor? Aren't you aware it's like the best game of 2024? You really missed out on a gem. No, I know. I played 12 hours of it. I played 12 hours of Metaphor, and I loved every moment of it, and I very much wanted to play it, but no one showed up. By the end of the 12-hour demo, people were not on the stream anymore, and I was making nothing. So in the viewership and support, people were telling me they didn't want this playthrough, so I didn't do it. Then everyone yelled at me after the fact. So what was I supposed to do? You guys know I'm a variety creator, and you know that I don't just sit here and play one game nonstop for 2 weeks.
12 hours for 6 hours.
So when you're looking at a game that's going to be a 40 to 60 hour playthrough, you always have to understand something. That will mean that's a 2-month playthrough for me. And there's not much I can do about it, because if I did sit here and play the same game for 2 weeks, attendance, engagement, and support would plummet, because I'm a variety creator. I'm not just Mr. RPG, Mr. FPS, Mr. Fighting Game, Mr. FromSoft. I'm the jack of all trades and the master of none. So because of that, I have to juggle, right? And to be honest, that's why I've had the longevity that I've had. That's why the guy who started videos back in 2008 is still able to make a living making similar videos in 2025, because I have kept the variety going.
Okay.
Right.
So then why are we having this talk if everything's going so well? Jordan Fadeaway says, the wheels on the short bus are flat, 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 flat. Just like their heads, it's flat, flat, flat. Now eat some crayons. Are you a crayons or a crayons person? I think if I say it quickly, I'm crayons. Crayons. But it should be crayons. Anyways, Joe Dub in the house says, the games are good, Phil. The games are good. Phil makes them boring. That's true for every playthrough. Redbird says, he can't come on and say, just give me the money, okay? So that's why we go through this whole rigmarole of making it sound very important when the bottom line is, I just need money.
Now, I'm doing...
glue. Paste. I always call it glue. Paste is something you can apply with like a stick. Like a popsicle stick. That's paste. Glue is all other types of glue that you don't apply with a popsicle stick. That is a factual statement.
Doing a podcast. Then we're doing blueprints. Tonight, we're doing Minecraft. Tomorrow, we're going to do Clair Obscur and Night Rain. Then there's going to be fighting games on Friday. Every stream, you get a different audience. And the audience that likes that particular game will show up, engage, and support with that game, but may not show up for the other. So even though you look at my stream and you say, oh my God, Phil only has 150 viewers on his podcast,
I think
and his videos of the playthrough are only getting 200, 300 views. Yes, but you have to understand that that is separate from my overall viewership. My overall viewership is each game has a pocket of viewers that comes to enjoy it.
And that is a small pocket.
And they'll come back when there's another game that they're interested in, you see?
That's a maximum of 20 people, by the way, that come up for certain games.
So you have to understand that, and a lot of people don't, all right?
Oh, please explain to us, Philip. What's your favorite glue flavor? Mine is purple. Yeah, I like the ones that are purple, but when they dry, they go clear. So you got to eat it fast while it still has the flavor, because those do lose their flavor as they dry.
The reason I'm here is because of the variety. Because some people say, well, if you just played Clear Obscure nonstop for 2 weeks, you would have beaten it, and then no one would be bored, and you wouldn't have the problems you're having right now. Yes, and by the time that the first week ended, 80% of my viewership would have complained, tuned out, not come back, and I would have went out of business.
Yes, okay.
That's not an exaggeration.
Oh.
People are here for variety. That's what DSP gaming is all about and always has been. I can't just play one game nonstop for 2-3 weeks. So because of that, do I play lengthy games? That's even question number one. Do I even bother playing them?
What do you want to do then?
Because in a case of a game like Clear Obscure, I absolutely love this game. But now, when I play it, I get people yelling at me, telling me, oh, I did it all wrong. What do you mean I did it all wrong? Oh, well, you're doing side content. That's boring. All we want is story. Wait a minute.
Just do whatever the fuck you want then? You don't have to listen to everybody. So wild.
Back in the day, when I was a full-time YouTuber.
Back in my day.
Okay, before I became a streamer. My methodology was, on release day, run to GameStop, buy all the new releases, bring them home and unbox them, immediately start playing them, and literally rush through the game as fast as I could. Do not take time to take in the scenery. Do not explore. Do not do side content.
That's why you can't remember any game you've played in your past during your YouTube career, because that's how you played everything. Correct? Go ahead.
Literally full speed to the finish line.
Yes.
Because if I could be the person who would play through that new game as fast as I possibly could, okay, and then get that playthrough out fully on YouTube, I could be on to the next game, and I could trade in that game right away to get almost maximum value back when you could actually trade in games for high value. Those times are long gone.
That's why he gets so salty during those GTA games and all those games before he was a streamer. It's because, like, fucking up in bosses and stuff was really costing him money in his mind. So that's why the true salt from those games were because he really thought he's losing money. Every second longer the game takes to finish, he's losing money.
And I could be on to the next. This was the way I operated on YouTube. And this got me incredible notoriety, huge views, and made me Mr. New Playthrough. People always came to DSP Gaming because they knew, dude, within 2 days of a new game out, Phil beat it.
Hey,
and we can see the whole playthrough and judge for
guy.
ourselves if we want to play it or not. This is great. That was my catch. That is what I was known for on the internet. Okay?
Mr. Views.
But what ended up happening was that over the years of, say, 2010, 2011, 2012, the internet started to push back against me and said, we don't like this methodology anymore. We don't like
the entire internet grouped together. No. More people started making gameplay videos, and they are of much higher quality than Philip Burnell. That's what he means when he says pushback. He means more people started YouTubing, and they were better. But go ahead.
Push back against me and said, we don't like this methodology anymore. We don't like the way you conduct yourself, because what's happening is you're rushing through games so fast. You're not seeing the real game. You're only seeing this one very narrow portion of the game that's narrative, and you're skipping everything else.
Yes.
So how can you fairly judge a game, give an opinion on it, review it, and tell us if you like it or not, if you are literally running for the finish line and skipping a vast part of the content of each and every game that you play? Okay?
Yes, and he was the one that pushed back against all these changes that people suggested, by the way. He always was. Remember, every single change came with at least a year warm-up until he decided that he thought of it, right? Like direct capture and all that shit. Medusa Jr., how do I get out of the cage? This is pure rat spirit. Big us, Medusa Jr. Let's see what the boss man thinks about your comment. Oh, yeah. He's running through life, even though he is back in jail, I think, sadly. Big ups. Pigpen Lord of Dirt says, hey, guys, I recently beat well, that is Knights of the Round Table. KOTOR 1. Since I made so much progress, Knights of the Round Table, Knights of the Oregon Rat. I forget that game, but I know KOTOR 1. Since I made so much progress, can you all send me money for it? Not LT, though. He's too young to have a credit card.
All right.
Knights of the Old Republic. That's what I said. That's what I said first. You guys didn't even hear that. And yes, I am too young to have a credit card. Thank you for saying that, Pigpen Lord of Dirt. Knights of the Old Republic Table. Classic game. Oh, that's a fun idea. Well, I should do a playthrough of the Oregon Trail.
So in regard,
I should do playthroughs of hype new games such as Oregon Trail.
To
That'd be
that
fun.
methodology, I changed it. Over the years, I evolved. Particularly when I became a streamer in 2017, I said, well, if we're going to do these live streams and they're interactive, then it's okay if I take my time. Because if I take my time, we can enjoy the game and react to it together. We could have conversation about it live. It's more of a social aspect rather than me just sitting here playing the game offline for myself. So let's do that. And we did. And my playthroughs became more lengthy, more drawn out, seeing more side content. I replayed old games that I had rushed through previously, this time doing more full and complex playthroughs that I really enjoy. And so everything changed for the better. But now what's happened is culture has changed. Everyone wants instant gratification. Everyone wants everything right away without having to wait a long time for it. And people want to talk about a game for literally 3 days and then move on to the next. Clair Obscur was hot for a week, but if you didn't know all about it in the first week, no one cares about it week 2. But wait a minute, it's a 60-hour game. How could I ever get through the whole game in a week? Too bad, we're on to the next already.
Maybe not bake so much and play more? Not stall?
That's how gaming is now.
All those are options?
That's not how it used to be, but that's just how it is. So
DSP
now,
world,
when a lengthy game comes out, and I'm thinking to myself, well, everyone's telling me to play it. Everyone says I don't skip it because it's going to be the biggest game ever. All right, I'll try it. And then I play it at my own pace. We're enjoying it. Oh, you're doing it wrong. What do you mean? Well, everyone else already beat it.
Yeah.
I've only played it for a week. Yeah, it's already done. Everyone did 60 hours in it. They're done. What do you mean? You know?
What do you mean what? I mean, people are playing games at their pace.
Obscur, here's what's going on.
Oh, my God.
As you play through the game, incrementally, the character who serves as your vehicle for the game, Esquire, you ride him and he's fast travel basically because he goes over the overworld map. You don't have to fight when you're on his back. He at first can only go over the ground. Then after a while, he can break crystals to go to new areas. Then he can swim. Then he can start to swim through coral. Eventually, he's going to be able to dive and jump and fly and do all this other stuff.
Cool.
Each time that you get to a milestone in the story, he gains a new ability. And then all this new content opens up in the game.
Get out of town.
So each and every time that this has happened, I explore the map and I do content. There's an optional dungeon over here, an optional super boss over here. Now, normally in the game, you wouldn't be able to do all the content because it's tough. For example, there's super dungeons that have opened up that I walked into them level 30.
It's been tough.
And the enemies are level 70. Whoa. Well, you shouldn't be able to beat that, but I can.
Whoa. But I can. You shouldn't be able to beat this, but I can.
Whoa. Well, you shouldn't be able to beat that, but I can. Why can you beat it? Well, let's see.
Now what?
Because
Jimmy Paul Dent, to give Philip $5, says, nothing has changed, Philip. Your 5 whales are tapped out currently. They will be back after the first. Your pignosis isn't working. Not worth the $5, Jimmy Paul.
FYI, I've played turn-based RPGs my whole life, so I'm good at them. And I played fighting games.
There's multiple kick names you could have used to get that message across, Jimmy Paul.
So why does that factor in? Because in fighting games, you need incredibly good hand-eye coordination. You need to be able to do timed button presses and joystick taps in order to counter what your opponent is coming at you with. So how does that factor into Clair Obscur? Well, the combat system has a parry system.
Oh, now what?
If you're playing this game and you run into something that's really tough, as long as you can read its attacks and parry by pressing a button when it hits you, you can literally absorb all its damage and then turn it back against it with a counterattack.
My God.
Essentially, if you're good at parrying, you're invincible in Clair Obscur. No kidding. It's just true. You will actually beat pretty much everything in the game if you're good at parrying. So I go into a level 70 dungeon at level 30,
this guy's good.
and I start winning. And people are like, that doesn't make any sense. Literally no other person who played this game walked into this dungeon at your level and was able to complete it. Well, I can, because I'm different. Do you remember when
I'm built different. We ain't the same. I need my boyfriend.
Well, I can, because I'm different. Do you remember when I played Elden Ring and we finally walked into the open world map for the first time? And right there in front of you is that knight on the horse with a big ass weapon. Yeah. And everyone said, "Well, we'll take him on," and got completely trounced by him and said, "Fuck this, we'll go back later." I said, "No, I'm going to beat that guy right now." And it took me like an hour and a half, but I did it on that.
Wow, that is awesome. You are incredible.
My first stream of Elden Ring, I persevered. I learned the pattern. I beat that knight. And that was an incredible challenge, but that was an awesome way to open up that challenging playthrough to show that I had the skill level to overcome. Yeah. That's exactly how I'm playing Clair Obscur. Okay?
Hell yeah.
In Clair Obscur, when this side content is opening up, and most people say, "Fuck it, it's too hard, I'll come back later." I was like, nope. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see if I can do it. And I've been able to do it all. I think there's only literally one super boss and one other area that it was just so instant death, and the health pools were too big. There was no way I was going to be able to beat them. So I said, all right, I'll come back to those later. But for the most part, I've done everything else.
So there's some you didn't do, though, and you couldn't say, fuck it, I'm going to beat that right now.
Okay?
So
people are telling me I did it wrong. Well, now because you did that, you're over-leveled. Well, wait a minute.
Imagine going through life worried about this much about what people say, man. It's incredible. He gets fucked on by the whole internet about the fucking Doom thing. And he's still... This is all about Doom, by the way. This is all about... Doom started this. Internet making fun of him for how he plays video games. Now he's just bringing it right back. Look how awesome I did in those games. And now that's wrong, too? I can't win! That's what he's doing.
If I skipped all the side content and I only did the main story, then you would have complained that I missed all the side content of the game and I rushed through it. Hence... I don't really know, I don't have a good idea of the game, and the playthrough sucked because I just rushed and I didn't take my time. You know, like you guys told me back in the day, and everyone said that those playthroughs sucked, right?
You get it?
So I changed myself in the last 15 years to be a different kind of creator per your feedback. Now all of a sudden, that's wrong. I should have just turboed through this game, apparently.
She sucks his dick.
Okay? So I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Because we're not getting enough money.
Every time it seems I play something, I'm somehow doing it wrong. Even when I'm listening to direct feedback, I'm somehow doing it wrong. I don't get it, okay?
So what do you do in those situations where you're getting different feedback and can't seem to find any feedback that's a consensus? What do normal human beings do in that situation? Usually, they choose their own path and to say, fuck it. I don't care what everyone else is saying. I'm doing it this way because based on my experience and knowledge... I think this is the best choice, and I'll deal with the consequences. But no, we just bitch more. Pretty cool.
Now, in the case of Clair Obscur, if you believe that doing the side content actually ruins the game, you have the right to that opinion, but you should take that opinion and you should direct it towards the parties who are culpable for that, the game devs. If the side content of the game is actually not meant to be played.
Shit on the game devs. Shit on them on Twitter.
Then go complain to them and say, why is it in there? Right? If by doing the side content, I become so overleveled that nothing in the game will be fun anymore, then why
I did nothing wrong. They did everything wrong. And nothing I could do. Fucking devs. I thought we loved these devs, by the way.
To me. I don't, does it make me sense? Does it? I'm just playing the game that was presented to me. I'm playing the parts that open up in the story as I approach them. Hell, that super dungeon was actually right there in line with the story. It wasn't even like, oh, I went out of my way to go find it. It was literally right there. Now, it showed danger red, but it was right in front of me. Let me give it a shot. Oh, look, I just beat it. And now I'm over leveled. Well, how is that my fault? Because I'm too good at the game? Literally what you're saying.
I'm too good at the game. Oh, yeah. Unlike Doom, in this game, I'm too good. even though it's just over leveled. I'm too good.
Is because I'm so good at the game, the playthrough sucks.
Yeah, I'm too good.
That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm too good.
I'm so
now
good
what?
at Clear Obscure, my playthrough's bad because nothing's beating me. That's really what you're saying. It's if you had played the game and you were finding all this in trouble and adversity and you were raging and basically you were, sucking at the game, then we could make more memes, right? Then we could do clips and we could put them on X and on TikTok and on Reddit.
Told ya. This is about Doom.
Then we could do clips and we could put them on X and on TikTok and on Reddit, and we could have millions of views making fun of how bad you are at the game. But you're not doing that, so your playthrough sucks.
See?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yes, every one of you out there. Fuck you. Anyone who says this kind of dumb shit. Go fuck yourself.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.
You guys are scared, and it's your fault. Not my fault. You got a problem? Talk to those fucking devs. I don't give a shit. It's not my fault. It's your fault.
You're a fucking waste of my time, and you're a waste of life if that's all you think. Because Darkseid feels good at something, his playthrough sucks. No, you're a loser. If all you care about is toxicity and failure, and all you want to do is bring someone down because they're good at something, you're the fucking problem. Yes. Not me. My playthrough doesn't suck. My playthrough is one of the best playthroughs of Clear Obscure because I'm showing you that anyone who has skill can actually beat any portion of this game at any time. All you need to do is time the parries. Tell me another fucking content creator who's made a playthrough like that of that game.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh my God. All right. Good podcast today. Let's sketch up. Big Ups Jericho says streams like today make it all feel worth it. Definitely. We're in the money here today. We are in the money. This is what we're here for. Digging through the mines for hours leads us to gold every once in a while. I got my pan out now, and I'm getting the gold right here. It's in my pan, like in the Oregon Trail. That's what we're going for. Papa Polecat says he did an Act 3 zone at the beginning of Act 2, a zone that everyone knows you can do to overlevel because the enemies are easy to parry. Now he face tanks bosses due to being overleveled. But now he says that it's because he's good at the game, which is very funny. Grimner says the game literally tells you this area is a difficult endgame area and to come back later twice, but he ignored it. I think he wanted to get to this point, kind of, right? I think this might have been, I know he said he didn't plan too much, but now that he's here, I think he's going to take advantage of it. You guys are just pissed because I'm this good. Joe Dub says, he made Stardew Valley look terrible. You know how hard it is to make that game look bad? Yep. The problem is that he's not learning anything from this. He's just blaming everything else possible, too. So I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. He won't change at all based on this because he's not to blame for any of this. You know? Iwamoto says, what about begging fatigue? Please. If they're sitting through this for any length of time, they could put up with it for another few years, right? And when they can't, they can't. Like Flat Dent B. He's gone, by the way, unless he changed his name. Gaming Guru says, I'm behind, but I work for a moving company for years, and I guarantee DSP lied what he was moving and got a quote. Once they see what you're actually moving, it's going to be more. Gaming Guru, I'd like to know about, did you try to scam people in that job? I'd like to know. Be honest. Did you scam marks?
I'm showing you that anyone who has skill can actually beat any portion of this game at any time.
Uh-huh.
All you need to do is time the parries.
Okay.
Tell me another fucking content creator who's made a playthrough like that of that game.
Who?
Name one singular one.
So is that mean it's good? Because you're doing something that no one else is doing, does that mean it's automatically good?
To hear it. So because I'm doing something differently, better than everyone else, and you can't make fun of me for it, you're mad. Too fucking bad.
Who's mad?
Go fucking jump off a cliff. Because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be.
You're telling people to commit suicide now. Okay. I don't think that's allowed, but okay.
Because that's about the value that you have.
One more time,
Go
Philip?
fucking jump off a cliff. Because that's about the...
I want to be clear. Anyone that is listening to DSP that is a DSP fan that might have found their way to WPIG, don't do that. I know you usually listen to Philip's words as if they are gospel. I'm telling you, don't do that, okay? I need to be clear. I know you guys need help, but don't do that, okay? Let's go.
Go fucking jump off a cliff. Because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be. You're a toxic individual on the internet who only cares when someone's in suffering and misery. That's fucked up. Seriously. What is wrong with you if that's your mentality?
See, Wook Dev, imagine if he hadn't found Cat. He'd really be pissed without her. Can you imagine if Cat wasn't around? Silas Summers says, beat the boss, and then the whole short bus clapped. They didn't know what they were clapping for, but they were clapping. Tony T says, I played Parappa the Rapper. Can I play Claire? No, I think you're good enough. Parappa the Rapper, if you got those skills, Tony T, they stick with you in life. What a game. Parappa the Rapper. Medusa Jr. says, I made ALT and Zomboid 6 hours. This zombie meat. Big ups, Medusa Jr. I want to get into Zomboid, but it seems like it's too much. I'm kind of intimidated, but it looks fun, though, too. All right, let's go.
Now, let's continue positively, okay?
Oh, please.
What I want to do moving forward is actually figure out, do I play lengthy games? Because I don't see a way to do it and keep attention on me, to be honest.
Get the hint?
Feel like the modern gaming industry, you literally only get, sadly, a week to talk about a game. After
That's not true.
It's absolutely true that everyone's on to the next topic, on to the next trend, on to the next thing.
Only if people don't like you. Is that the case? Only if people don't like you, right? If people like you, you can play whatever the fuck you want. How many streamers can play whatever the fuck they want? And yeah, they're going to get less views. If you're known for a game and all of a sudden you play something else, you might get less views. But if you're a true variety streamer, play whatever the fuck you want, and you're having fun.
This is why I've told you guys for years, I'm apprehensive about actually playing lengthy games. Okay? I don't know what else to do. Because I don't know how to make those playthroughs viable. I don't know how to make them work. Even if I had rushed through.
Zangief Backshot says, I power leveled side content on easy with a massive parry window. Now I'm so good at this game.
Claire Obscure and only done the story, people would have said the playthrough sucked because you didn't do the content. So now I beat the content that's challenging and I master the game, and people say your playthrough sucks. I think we see a problem here.
And it's you, right?
The problem isn't me. The problem is you. Because you're so...
Now what? No, you. You got no answer for this. How you gonna respond now, bitch?
So fucking toxic. People out there who are never satisfied at all, no matter what I do. I can't please those people. Do you understand? It doesn't matter how I play a game. They're always going to whine and bitch and complain about it. So instead of focusing on this giant crowd of losers on the internet who all they want to do is be toxic, I need to hone in on the factors that make people who actually like my content come by and engage and support with it.
So
the question is, what happened with Claire Obscure where we were getting that attention, we were getting that support,
this is
and
so
all
insane.
Of a sudden, yesterday it fell off.
One slow stream sends us into this crash out. One slow stream.
What happened with Blueprints? That we were having people come by and say, listen, please make this a day stream because we love this game and we want the playthrough to continue and we'll support it. But then we're not getting that support anymore. What happened, right? What's the change? Is it because it's too long? in the case of Blueprints, it really, really baffles me because we're actually now unraveling the game-long mysteries that have been big questions the entire time.
Anyone that had any interest in this fucking game has finished it, can't even remember the story anymore. You know what I'm saying? And now he's trying to say, I'm doing real shit here, very meaningful story parts, and no one cares. What's going on?
And now we're getting those answers, and we're getting near the end of the game. We've opened 3 out of the 8 final doors. We're starting to piece together the clues we can do to solve the puzzles behind those doors, and that's literally the end of the game. So what's next, right? Like why are we losing audience? Why are we losing support for Blueprints? I'm actually stumped.
Because it was mostly
And this is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, oh.
Uh-oh. Is he going to say the word whale?
Playthroughs suck. You're boring. It's not. That's the toxic peanut gallery being toxic.
Okay.
Those are the people who will never admit that I've done anything good. These are the people that will crap on me no matter what.
Yes.
The same people who said, oh, look at this, making fun of Phil playing Doom, when literally that's what everyone did in that room in Doom because it was full of explosive barrels.
That's extremely not true. That is the opposite of true. I showed you on that being said last week. There was a content creator that so beautifully showed how you can play that room in a very fast manner, jumping around the room. It looked like he's actually playing Doom, which is kind of, you'd think would be the idea when you're playing Doom, is to make it look like you're playing Doom and having fun. But you know. I'm trying to show it here. Oh, here, I have it here for you. Look at me. Look at me. This is it.
Morning, everybody. Back to Get Out videos. And we're going to begin the grind by taking a look at DSP, a first timer on this channel, actually. I don't think I've ever covered recently. So, fortunately, footage I'm using in this video, there's not really a way I can avoid spoilers after 8 and 9 cast instead. And the reason I'm using footage from these is fitting, perhaps. So, yeah, without further ado, Tech TV, go ahead and get right in. Also, shout out.
1 revive left. I was like, oh, man.
Shit, it's not that part. God damn it, it's not that part. I didn't do it, but you know what I mean. He does it in that video at some point. Just pretend you saw it.
But you use me as the scapegoat and you take it out of context to get a meme for yourself and get millions of views of clickbait because you're a fucking lying loser. Okay? I don't care about that. What I care about is my core audience of people who will come by and actually engage and support me for these playthroughs. So the question is, what's changed? So I'd like feedback.
Right now?
I'd like genuine feedback. What do I do with Clair Obscure and what do I do with Blueprints? I've invested over 30 hours into each game. I love the games. I feel that the playthroughs are great.
Who cares?
So what is going on that I need to change? Do I need to change the schedule? What do I do? I honestly...
One slow stream. Relax. I found it anyway. Check this out.
Pain in my ass. Just really want to show my gameplay footage of this room with all the barrels in it that you're not allowed to go in, because if you go in there, the barrels will blow up and you'll die.
Yeah, you'll die.
So you have to stand outside the room and singularly shoot in.
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing this.
Like an absolute coward, little bitch.
I don't know how he did that room. He was inside the room. What the fuck? Huh?
I don't have the answers, but it's frustrating because when I finally invest this much time into games because you guys asked me to. By the way, I didn't even know about Blueprints, had no idea it existed. You guys convinced me to play it. I love it. Now I'm at fault for playing it. What? Every time I play it, the toxic bitches, oh, why are you playing this? Go away. Come back when there's something that gets your really bad ADD attention span and stop bothering us because we're enjoying Blueprints. Okay.
Really fun time today, huh? Wesley H says, the problem with his business is that he doesn't value viewers' time and expects them to value his time by paying him $300. Yes. And everyone should wait for his playthroughs and not do anything else but just waiting for his playthroughs. This is a great way to treat your audience, by the way. Let me hear that again. Thank God he has Cat, though. He'd be a monster without her.
ADD attention span. And come back when there's something that gets your really bad ADD attention span and stop bothering us because we're enjoying Blueprints. Okay? I don't need to hear the toxic shit. We don't. Okay? I'm just tired of it. Tired of hearing this buzzing that really doesn't matter because those people never support my content anyway. So why do I have to hear it? It doesn't mean...
Well, it clearly does matter, brother. The 213 people watching on YouTube are listening to this story about once a week.
Mean anything. right? Just a bunch of fucking noise to annoy all of us.
All right. So any of the 213 have any thoughts or?
Okay.
Movie sign says, "Oh, you were the master of nothing for sure, Phil." That is true.
So let's see what people have to say. We're gonna do some shout outs here. All right.
Yeah, please.
Let's do some shout outs and see what people have to say. We start off with Princess Luna, who did a $10 super chat. I feel like the day stream and night stream crowds are different. As far as long playthroughs go, I use the 3-episode rule to decide if I like a game or not. Okay. So basically you watch 3 episodes of a playthrough to decide if you like it or not, right?
Yes.
And that's the thing, like with these games, both Blueprints and with Clear Obscure, those playthroughs did well. I mean, like I said, I've been playing these games now for over a month, 30 plus hours. All of a sudden now they're falling off, and that's the concern is when you've already invested that much time into a game,
sunken cost
obviously you want to
fallacy.
see the end, right? But it's like, am I shooting myself in the foot? Right? Am I? I don't know, right? I don't know. Archmage says there's actually not much of Expedition 33 left. You could probably finish it in several more streams. Yeah, for what I'm going to understand, right? And people are saying these correct. How it's going to go. Here, I'm just ignoring them. Hold on, because there's a couple troll tips here. I'm just ignoring them.
We're ignoring them. We're ignoring these. Hang on, we're ignoring these. Hang on, I'm ignoring right now. Hang on.
All right, this is actually pretty insightful.
Oh.
All right, this is pretty insightful. I'm going to read this one. It's a $2 tip anonymous. And although some of this might seem like it may be insulting or trolling, I actually think it's kind of insightful, so I'm going to read it, okay? Let's see. You guys tell me if you think that this might hold true, okay?
Okay, well, first off, he says, I have gout, and I'm a gouty pig roach. So that's not positive, but the rest of it's pretty insightful.
I agree. Your passion came through during the Suikoden playthrough, or Suikoden playthrough. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. You had knowledge and a natural charisma. The support directly correlated with how passionate that you were for that game and how you connected with it.
Okay,
Your best playthrough in years, in my opinion. Is it fair to say, following this logic, is there maybe a lack of passion or lack of charisma that's responsible for low support games, like, for example, Clair Obscur?
Yes.
It seems like with a game like Truck Sim, although it sounds like it could be boring on paper, it really allows your spice to come through, and the support shows. Maybe it's a lack of personality or passion coming through on low support streams. Well, think of it this way, right? When I'm playing Clair Obscur, all right, there's a plot, and I comment on the plot, but a lot of it is just sitting around watching cutscenes for the plot, and there's not much you can really do about that. That's how the game is unfolded. It's through cutscenes, right? Wow. Now, the gameplay is turn-based, and the gameplay requires planning and learning the different play styles of each character, which I've done. Like, I've played with every character in the game, and I've learned their play styles. And I even said this on stream yesterday. I don't think there's a single character in Clair Obscur who I don't like playing with. They all play differently, but they're all very fun to use. So because of that, I'm actually enjoying when the game forces you...
I remember that he said this could be seen as a troll tip. It was extremely positive and constructive.
To use different parties.
And the person, I believe, was saying when there's no support there, you don't have any passion coming through, was what I believe he said.
Or shuffle the characters around or whatever.
Okay,
you know
come
what
on,
I'm
get
saying?
to the point here.
But in regards to the gameplay of Clair Obscur, a lot of it is, okay, here's a new enemy. Let's see what they're going to do. Okay, let me see if I can time this button press to parry. Did I get it or not? Ah, shit, I missed it. Or, oh, I got it perfectly. Nice, shiny, fancy counterattack, right? And maybe that's fun the first or second time you face a new enemy. And maybe it's fun when you're facing a boss. But you can't always make that entertaining, right? If I'm facing the same party of enemies for the 5th time, it's not going to be as entertaining as the first time I fought them, right?
Whose fault
so maybe
is
it's the
that,
style of game, right? Maybe certain games
that's not what the person
just
said
go
at
better
all?
than others. I would counter that, though, with Blueprints. And here's why I say that.
Oh, please.
I actually think that the Blueprints playthrough, I have been fully engaged with that game the entirety of the time I've played it. Solving the puzzles, trying to understand the plot, trying to figure out the nuances of each thing that's going on in the game. Like, literally every room has had hidden meaning that I didn't understand at first, but we figured that out, right? and it's turned out very...
Fupa full shit says, have you ever tried a wood chipper and jumping in? Again, dented tip.
Positively.
Not that funny
I don't
either.
know why Blueprints, which had people very excited for it early on, why now, while we're at the end of the game, where we're coming to the culmination of the plot lines, the secrets are being finally revealed, and the mysteries are being solved and answered, why now there'd be a falling off? I'm just as engaged with that game now as I was at the beginning of the playthrough.
Because you're dependent on audience donations for money. Yeah, that's what he said right there. Jeff is right. Okay, well, I have a counter for that. I've been awesome with those games consistently, so actually it's not my fault. Good theory, though. Any other theories?
Okay. So here we go.
Lunar Guardian says he's forgetting that he's over-leveled and will steamroll the rest of the game. Yeah, so he's like not even close to being done with this steamrolling of the game, is he? That's got to be fun. Ramen Brahman says the best part is all you have to do to counter this I'm good argument is the almost hour-long clip of him crying about parry not working in this game. Yep. He bitched hard about parry. Now he's the best at parry. He's a parry king now.
Okay. So here we go. So now, as you can see, all the toxic losers who I said are just wastes of everyone's time are speaking up on Kick, and they can all enjoy their nice big bans right now.
No.
They can all get fucked.
No, don't ban us.
Here you go.
Oh my God. We'll never recover. No. We got, let's give a quick word to the fallen soldiers out there. Maxed out credits, Velcro Cash Bro Reel, Zoom Out, Velcro Maniac, me and DSP have tism. Unbanned Robust Penis Rip.
Got a few. I'll get more later. Don't worry.
Unhinged Lolcow 220 Reel.
Sidious thinks that the lengthy games...
Scam multi-stream fill reel. Grandma's shirt reel. I'll stop.
Fall off because they're getting stretched out into too many parts. Perhaps doing entire days of the same game would work. But again, I understand what you're saying, Sidious. But number one, not everyone can sit here an entire day watching a stream. You have to understand that. Who has an entire free day to watch me play one game all day? In addition, if I do that, I will basically turn off the variety audience that I have. I have a variety audience. People tune in for different games at different times. Someone might stick around for Blueprints but not care about Minecraft. Someone might be here for Minecraft but not care about fighting games on Friday. You see what I'm saying? I can't just keep playing the same games nonstop.
So now you're creating a situation in which there is no correct answer other than doing the same exact thing he is already doing. He loves this situation, by the way.
Brina Hart says maybe people went on vacation for Memorial Day. Those kind of things, as much as you might want to try to use those as justifications, they've always been red herring excuses. Here's a
$2 super chat. Here's some money to make ALT Insider cry. He's gay.
People are broke right now. It's bullshit. If that were
I'm not the one that gave money to DSP, bro.
Case, the entire industry would fall apart. Do you understand? No one would be able to stream. No one would make any money. That's just, it's nonsense. There's no, oh, well, because don't you know that people were waiting for their tax breaks to come in and then they're going to support you? That's not bullshit. People have money to support what they like, and they will. There's got to be a correlation that's not, oh, just it's a holiday or something. That's nonsense. Because then you're telling me, oh, every single streamer can't make any money this week because it was Memorial Day. That sounds like bullshit to me.
You did make money. You just didn't hit your goals, sir.
Can't make any money this week because it was Memorial Day. That sounds like bullshit to me.
You had a single slow stream during Memorial Day in which you still got money. Interesting statement there. Especially when you have 20 people that give you money total. When there is a holiday and a few of the whales aren't there, it might affect things. Bossa Nova says, his podcast reminds me of those daily affirmation skits from SNL when Al Franken was on there. I'm good enough, smart enough, and people like me. That's exactly what it is. Daily affirmations with Philip.
Well, thanks, Hyperfixate, for a $2 super chat. I'm definitely not reading what you just said. but I appreciate the support.
Why not?
Well, let's see.
Is that one?
Installation. That's not. Oh, just.
That was hyperfixate. See, you got felt at hyperfixate.
Well, thanks, Hyperfixate, for a $2 super chat. I'm definitely not reading what you just said, but I appreciate the support.
He appreciates your support, Hyperfixate. And DW News says DSP is the new Keemstar.
We got a tip here, but I don't know. Let's take a look. What is going on with my
screen on?
Stop
Big ups NW News.
Annoying me. So a $2 tipper says, a lot of these guys are conditioned watching This Is How You Don't Play. And so if you show a smidgen of competency in a game, they say your gameplay sucks. You could see it in the chat when you play fighting games and you're going on a winning streak. Suddenly, LARPers are asking you to go back to Street Fighter 6 when you're playing this new collection.
So what?
You're right. Why do they want?
So why do we care about what LARPers say again?
Street Fighter 6? Because I don't like it. Because I find it boring. And because I don't spend enough time on it to beat up the scrubs. When I'm playing this new collection and I'm actually doing well.
He doesn't have enough time to train up to beat the scrubs. He could do it at any time, guys. Just keep that in mind. Anytime, he could definitely beat the scrubs. He just doesn't have enough time to beat the scrubs, okay?
Well, oh, that's horrible. That's boring. No, it's not boring. I'm doing well and you're just a loser. Okay?
Yes.
You don't like the fact that I'm good at games, okay? Face it. I'm actually good at some games, okay? Not all of them. Most of them I do suck at. Old school fighting games, I'm really good at. Some modern games, clear obscure, I'm actually really good at it. The parrying, I've done exceptionally well. I beat a level 70 dungeon when I went in at like level 30. Okay? I'm actually...
That's amazing. Amazing. Look, he's flexing so hard.
Modern games, clear obscure, I'm actually really good at it. The parrying, I've done exceptionally well. I beat a level 70 dungeon when I went in at like level 30. Okay? I'm actually good at the game. Too bad.
What difficulty at, Unk? Could you talk about the difficulty level, Unk? Big Dog, right on point here. You're a 43-year-old flexing that you can hit the X button on time in a turn-based game. He does exceptionally well. You'll be happy to know. Exceptionally well. Darkwolf says, am I boring? No. Am I boring? No. It's gaming culture that's wrong. Copeside Phil says, the problem is you. Now shut the fuck up and give me money. Pretty simple.
Can't accept that. Doom the Dark Ages, I actually did not suck at. Now, I'm not saying I was good at it, because I wasn't. But I actually did not suck at that game. It doesn't matter how many mouth-drooling idiots watched a meme on the internet thinking that, because they're mouth-drooling idiots, I'm actually not bad at Doom the Dark Ages. It doesn't matter what your meme is and what your narrative is that you push. You're still fucking wrong.
Tony.
One more time.
Pain in my ass. Go in, so you have to stand outside the room and singularly shoot in.
Oh.
Like an absolute coward, little bitch.
Oh.
I did not order.
That guy was toxic a little bit. Hang on. But you can't play that way. He's good. He's not bad at Doom.
It doesn't matter how many idiotic, cackling morons are around you. You're still wrong. And the smart people look at you from the outside and say, wow, the masses really are getting dumber by the fucking day.
What?
I'm not actually bad at every game. There's nothing that you can do about it. Kiss my ass.
Thank God he has cat. And definitely, you can see the millions of people that are watching that that clip of him on Twitter and reacting negatively to it. You can see all those people sticking up for Philip and saying things like, wow, look how dumb the world is. There's so many examples of that. There's so many examples of that. He is right on this one.
Thanks for the $2 tip, whoever that was, because it was anonymous.
Okay, well, looks like we
so
did
really
have
what
content.
We need to figure out, this is me being pretty transparent here, is what to do, man. I don't know what to do about these lengthy playthroughs. What do I do about Clear Obscure right now? What do I do about Blueprints right now? Right now, I have a Blueprint stream right now we're doing no matter what. And we've got a Clear Obscure stream I'm doing tomorrow no matter what.
Okay.
Outside of that, I literally don't know what else to do moving forward. I want to continue to play and finish these games. But I also can't be like, oh, time to play Clear Obscure. So time to make $5 an hour today.
You have chosen this profession, sir. Okay? So when you choose a profession like that, unfortunately, that comes with the territory.
So time to make $5 an hour today. Because people are burnt out on it. You know, if you guys literally said to me right now, play Clear Obscure, just finish the story, I would do it. Because I don't want the playthrough to die. But at the same time, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get significantly less enjoyment out of doing that. I feel like I want to do the content in the game. And I'm missing out on a representation of what that game is meant to be if I don't do this content that is opened up in front of me. But people are saying they're bored. Just beat the story.
Remember, the only people saying that are the mouth droolers that are negative Nancys. Right? I thought that was the people saying this, Philip, not your real fans. So we don't care what they say, right?
I don't know. I mean, that would make me sad, but I would do what you guys want. All right? Because I am. To be honest, I'm beholden to the viewer. I have to do what you guys want. I can't just sit here like a fool and do what I want all day, every day. I'll go out of business. I have to listen to feedback from the viewers and do what they ask for. Okay? Princess Luna, as much as I would like to do that, it's not possible.
Yes.
Princess Luna says, do you consider finishing games off stream, uploading them as separate videos, and then finishing other games on stream? I would have to clone myself.
I'm so busy. You think it's easy to wake up at 11 a.m. after playing WB Champions and drinking gin till 4 a.m.? Princess Luna, I'd love to see you do that. Okay? I have to take my wife on a walk. She has to go to the bathroom at least 3 times a day. So there's that too. I mean, you tell me where the time is. Got to clean up for the birds. Got to be on Twitter for 10 hours. Have to watch all of Duty Stream's videos. You find the time. Okay, Princess Luna?
Separate videos and then finishing other games on stream. I would have to clone myself. I'm here in this office around 10:30 a.m. every day till about 4:30 p.m. Then I get about an hour to an hour and a half break, which is me eating and doing errands and spending some time with my wife. I'm back in this office by 6:30, and I don't get to leave until after 10:30. Then I spend an hour with my wife, and I go to bed. That's my day.
And when do you wake up, Philip?
I don't have endless extra hours to do offline gameplay content and do offline series plus streaming online series. I can't. I would have to have a team of people working for me to pull that off. And I don't. I'm a one-man show. I always have been. That's some of the appeal of what I do is because I'm not sold out. I'm not corporate. I don't treat this like I put on a fucking suit and tie to pump out this highly polished content. It's just a dude enjoying games, right?
So why did you try to improve your content at all if that's the vibe you want to have? Is just a dude enjoying games? Logan K says, remember, he is not berating trolls right now. He's berating people that regularly give him money. These are his customers, and he hates them. Correct. He's not... Well, he's kind of blurring the line here between berating mouth rulers that give him criticism and then the people that don't give him money. But he does have a severe level of animosity towards his viewers when they don't give him money that he thinks he's earned. Even one day, as you can see right here. You know?
Oh... I don't think that your suggestion is off kilter or crazy or ill-spirited at all. Don't take it like that. I'm just saying that's just not viable. Either I'm a full-time interactive streamer or I'm an offline YouTuber. I can't be both. Okay. I can't clone myself to have, I play Clear Obscure offline and upload many hours of footage of that a day, plus I'm doing 6 to 8 hours of streaming a day. I can't do it. You know, I'll be honest, I am exhausted with the level that I work. If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to take extra time off to spend with my wife. We want to take an extra day off in the next few weeks, and we don't even know when we can do it. Can't do it this week because of Night Rain. Can't do it next week because you got both the launch of the Switch 2 and you've got Summer Game Fest. Don't even know if we can do it the week after. I don't know. It's like frustrating right now, you know?
That's exactly what he tells Catherine too. You want to go to the zoo? What are you, nuts? Next week we got Switch 2. Then we have Summer Game Fest. Then we got Night Rain. You think we have time for this? We can never go to the zoo this year. My whole year's booked up. What, are you kidding me?
So, I don't think that's the solution. But my content is streamed content. Get it?
Easier to beg with, definitely. Quasar Blade says for an alcoholic, he has a whole lot of breath. No, he runs out of breath pretty easily. You'd be surprised. He loses his breath pretty quickly if he has to stand up. If he's sitting down, he can go for a while, but standing up, that's where he gets his stamina starts dropping quickly. When he starts standing up, it's like in Oblivion when your stamina bar starts going down, you know, when you're jumping. His is stand up, and then it's already starting to go down. You got to be quick. And then he makes that sound like, you know, like that. It happens.
Well, someone took $2. Now, here's another take. Listen to this. Most gamers are playing games from years ago, and the most popular streamer games are old. The average gamer only buys 2 games a year. Most gamers aren't just on to the next thing.
Yes.
Even your Suikoden playthrough did well. I don't think it's the age of the games that's the issue. You focus too much on hot new releases. Listen, I'm down for playing older games. I've told you guys, I like the fact that I can go back and play older games when you recommend them, right? And that's worked well. Take a look at what happened with Onimusha, which I didn't even know what it was. And then I played it and I absolutely loved it. You know, the only reason we're not playing Onimusha 2 right now is because I'm stuck into too many lengthy playthroughs and I don't have time for it in the schedule, right?
I wonder...
excuse me.
Okay. Yep. I wonder who chooses the games here.
So, listen, I'm down for older games. I outright said, over the course of the summertime, I would love to do a modded run of GTA 4, now adding in modernized graphics and things that make the playthrough feel fresh and interesting and new on PC. I think that would be a great way to lead into GTA 6 next year, right? But at the same time, when I don't play the new releases, I get yelled at. So many people gave me shit because I didn't play
I get yelled at. That's his biggest deterrent, is getting yelled at. And when I say yelled at, I mean people write things in chat. That's what he's talking about. Dare Bear says, this man is in his 40s and he's the biggest crybaby. Oh, not wrong. We're hearing that. He gets yelled at and we got problems.
I don't play the new releases. I get yelled at. Many people gave me shit because I didn't play Metaphor, because I didn't play Monster Hunter, because I didn't play Split, what was it called? Split Decision, Split Dimension, Split, whatever the hell it was called. I skipped a bunch of games in the last 6 months, and everyone complains. Oh, you really missed out, Phil. Why didn't you play those? What kind of a gamer are you? I'm really disappointed in you.
Just ignore them?
Split Fiction. Okay.
Split Fiction. Okay. All right.
So,
anyways.
Yeah, like, I don't know how to appease everyone, because when you're a variety creator, right, you can't please everyone because everyone wants something different. There's people who want me to cover the new
Acid Buildup Ouch says, is everyone speaking to you now?
releases. Then there's people who want me to play retro games. Then there's people who want me to beat games right away and as fast as possible, but there's people who want me to take my time and do all the side content. And it seems like no matter what, I can't find that happy medium all the time. Sometimes I can. I mean, let's be honest. This year has been really good up to now. Okay? What's going on this week with Blueprints and Clair Obscure has not been the case the entire year at all. This has just been this week. We've seen a few slow streams. I'm wondering how to remedy that. That's why I'm appealing to you for that information. But this year has been great.
So then what's the problem,
apparently been a good job juggling, or done a good job juggling everything and trying to appease as many people as I can, knowing that I can't be perfect to everyone, but I think there's been something for everyone that everyone has really enjoyed, right? And trust me, it was tough because I was in the midst of a bunch of drama nonsense, and you saw how hard it was for me to pull myself out of that, but I managed to do it. And I'm doing consistently well since. So I'm happy for that.
So there's no problem then, right?
I'm curious what to do with these playthroughs that are this long. Because you notice, these are the playthroughs that are the problem, not anything else. Any game that I can beat within a couple of weeks, no issue. It's only when the games get to the point where we're talking like a month or 2 months. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. It's tough to figure out.
Juan says, wasn't it just yesterday that he was bragging about how his life is a vacation because he gets to play the games he wants? That was yesterday, Juan, if you can believe it. That was yesterday. He could play whatever games he wants. Seems like a long time ago now. Because there's a single missed goal in that time frame. That changes everything.
Okay. Well, I basically said my piece on this, but now I need feedback.
My piece.
I'd like to know.
Said my piece.
What to do. Do I literally just skip lengthy games? Is that the problem?
Because
it seems like those are the games that are creating the problems right now.
Yes.
Right? Let's get everyone's feedback. Tag me in chat. I want to hear everyone's feedback on this subject, because by hearing everything you guys have to say, it's going to allow me to get a better big picture. Thanks to that tipper earlier, the couple tippers actually, who have gotten a lot of insight here. Thanks to Princess Luna. I really appreciate you guys giving all this takes. This is going to help, okay? Well, Princess Luna says maybe one long playthrough at a time. Well, the problem with that is, number one, I don't always know it's going to be a long playthrough, right? And number two...
Yes, you do. You know he knows the length of every fucking game that ever comes out. Like, he must be on that shit. Oh, people are saying this game's about 10 hours. He knows how long every game is for normal people.
Example, let's say I had to choose between Blueprints or Clear Obscure. How do you choose? They're both amazing games. One is like best-in-class puzzler, and one is best-in-class RPG. How do you pick?
Philip was best in show in the pug category.
Which best-in-class game to play, right? And once we beat it, then what's the next one that I play? Or the problem is, a lot of the time, right? And once we beat it, then what's the next one that I play? Or the problem is, a lot of the times, if you don't play the game when it's hot, people don't care about it anymore, right? So that's what I'm concerned about. If you don't play that stuff, what do? I don't know.
That was some deep digging. And then it went into I think it was a eyeball for lubrication into the mustache twirl, which was interesting play there. I haven't seen that in a while. It must be an old technique.
Ferb says maybe the days of completing all games are a thing of the past. Well, that's true. And the thing is, if you noticed, this year I did try out a few games that I didn't continue with, and people had issue with that. Oh, what's wrong with you? Now you don't finish any games anymore. What is up with that? That you play a game, but we like it, we invested in it, and now you're not like look what happened with the crazy weirdo indie game. What the hell's the name of it? I can't even remember the name of it, right? But we played it for like a month and a half. Hold on.
Oh, that's interesting. The studio working on Black Panther got shut down. Oh yeah. That'd be an easy news story for Philip.
The name of the game. A complete brain. Oh, Disco Elysium, right? There's a game that I started playing it. I was intrigued.
He got a singular one person wailing out for that game.
It's one of the weirdest games, right, that I've ever played.
One.
But after a while, all the interest waned, and I was like, it ain't going to work anymore, right?
Yeah, because one dude stopped showing up?
Anymore. Oh, how dare you? How dare you quit a game? Just another rage quit, another wage quit.
Yeah, wage quit. It's called a wage quit. Rage quits don't really happen anymore. It's all wage quits.
What's hilarious is that there are tons of game streamers out there who literally will play a game once or twice to see if it catches on. If it catches on and people like it and support
because catches on means something different to normal streamers.
They'll keep playing it. If it doesn't get, any kind of attention or support within one or two streams, they dump it, and that's their methodology.
It's about the fun that everyone is having, okay? And I'll use an example here. We used to have a great bit called Jonathan Frakes Questions, and then we made new questions because we finished all the Jonathan Frakes questions, but it didn't really catch on, and I could sense the vibe. It wasn't as fun, so we just let it go quietly. That's how you do it when things don't catch on. You just move on, and you don't have to make an entire pre-stream about how it didn't catch on.
No one cares. Everyone's like, that's fine. That makes sense. But to me, wage quit. What a horrible thing. What are you talking about? Any business that tries something new has a new offering to the customers. If the customers don't actually catch on and buy it or want it, they stop offering it. Right? If you have a sandwich shop and you sell Philly cheesesteaks, but you decide now you're going to have the chicken cheesesteak as well.
Yeah, we got to the sandwich shop.
Have a sandwich, catch on and buy it or want it.
I think someone literally said this too, by the way. Yeah, Big Dog did. I can't open my sandwich shop, bake the bread, and make the sandwiches. I am one person. Here we go. Here we go. Sandwich shop, get ready. Listen up. Get your paste. Get your popsicle stick. Dunk it in your paste and start applying to the top of your tongue. Let's go.
They stop offering it. The customer talking about.
Sorry. Here we go.
Any business that tries something new has a new offering to the customers. If the customers don't actually catch on and buy it or want it, they stop offering it, right? If you have a sandwich shop and you sell Philly cheesesteaks, but you decide now you're going to have the chicken cheesesteak as well, if it doesn't sell within 2 weeks, do you just keep buying the chicken even though you're not selling it? Or do you say, all right, I'll just go back to focusing on the Philly cheesesteaks? You know, that's business. But people are dumb and they want to turn it into toxic stuff. I do believe that moving forward, I can't just commit to fully finishing every single game I play. On the flip side of that,
ooh, classic.
Okay,
old school.
There are games like, for example, here we go, Clair Obscur Blueprints. They did well at first. Absolutely they did. I love them. And now we've invested so much time in them. I don't want to give them up. But again, I can't continue to say, hey, well, now I have 2-3 games in the rotation that are 30 hours long, and now no one's showing up and is supporting them. So what do I do? Inichiro says, personally, I don't mind lengthy playthroughs, but my opinion matters little because I am newer here. Definitely try and play something you might enjoy, though. Don't be afraid to drop stuff. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Inichiro. What do I know, though? I'm starting middle school next week.
Yahir, it's the actual opposite. Yahir says, that's the issue. Instead of seeing yourself as a streamer, sounds like you see yourself as a business person, and it makes it seem like you don't have passion anymore.
Yes. Good point, Yahir. I think, are you going to get berated, Yahir? I bet you are.
No, the problem is I have so much passion that I haven't sold out, so I don't have to worry about this shit anymore.
Oh, okay. Hang on. This is a tough one to get. Could you say that again? I couldn't get it the first time through. Go ahead.
Seems like you don't have passion anymore.
Okay.
No, the problem is I have so much passion that I haven't sold out, so I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. Okay? Why are there content creators much bigger than me that don't have to worry about this? Because they have 4,000 sponsors, because they shill crap, products, games that are garbage, but they tell you to buy them. There's ads all over their shit. Click here for the referral code. Click here to buy this piece of fucking trash, right? Or they've completely become nonsensical, very toxic content creators that are only there for drama and sensationalist purposes. So they get the drama views and bait, so they don't have to worry about, actually getting views and support for a playthrough, because they're so busy, ragging on people and hurting things all around them.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going to rewind this, because this part right here, he just talked about, this is just Kino Casino. That's the only thing he's talking about. But the part before that I want to hear. So the second part is Kino Casino. What's the first part?
No, the problem is I have so much passion that I haven't sold out, so I don't have to worry about this shit anymore.
Okay, just a reminder. Selling out isn't the thing he thinks it is. As you see, many people sell out by having a referral link, a picture on their stream, as Sir Wong does, someone he idolizes, wishes he would have half as much success as Sir Wong in many different arenas. But he thinks selling out means you have to list, your whole stream becomes about a product, which is not true. But go ahead.
Okay. Why are there content creators much bigger than me that don't have to worry about this?
Because they don't make everything about their stream money?
Because they have 4,000 sponsors, because they shill crap, products, games that are garbage, but they tell you to buy them. There's ads all over their shit. Click here for the referral code. Click here to buy this piece of fucking trash, right?
Yeah, you don't have to click those. You know that, sir.
Or they've completely become nonsensical, very toxic.
So this is where we're just getting Kino Casino. So this is just Kino Casino, boys.
They've completely become nonsensical, very toxic content creators that are only there for drama and sensationalist purposes. So they get the drama views and bait, so they don't have to worry about, actually getting views and support for a playthrough, because they're so busy, ragging on people and hurting things all around them, burning everything scorched earth. Doesn't matter. They're just so super popular and make tons of money anyway. I'm not like any of that. Literally, I don't do drama and I don't chill. I don't do the two things that actually takes the soul away from a content creator.
Are you forgetting something you do, though? I feel like there's one more thing he does, but I can't think of it right now at the moment. So he doesn't shill. Okay, that's true. He doesn't shill, doesn't do drama. But there is one thing he does do, which people rag on him worse than any of those things. I could only think of what he does. Oh man, this is tough. I'll think of it later. I'll circle back.
That's why I'm so passionate. That's why you see me actually bothered by this. Okay? Another creator would be like, oh, fuck it. Just drop the game. Don't give a shit about it. Right? We'll just go on to whatever's going to print me more money today. On to the next sponsored stream. On to the next paid thing. On to the next. Oh, man, my playthrough didn't do well yesterday. Let's do a big drama video today. Let's rip someone apart. Let's do some kind of big expose. Let's just who cares who I hurt? As long as I print money today, that's all I care about.
Kino Casino?
That's not me. And that's never going to be me. I'm not that kind of person. So it's literally the opposite of what you're saying. The reason that it comes across the way that you're saying is because I have a peanut gallery of toxic losers
who don't affect my life at all, and I definitely ignore and never bring up.
Who spin it that way because they're very jealous of me and they don't like me and they don't want me to succeed, so they have to push it as a negative narrative. I could easily have done all those other things to be above the level of, oh, gotta worry if a playthrough does well.
Okay, so he could have done things that would allow him not to beg, but he chose not to.
I could have done all of them, and I would have lost my soul along the way. I wouldn't have had the passion. I wouldn't have had the ingenuity. I wouldn't have had the honesty that I have in my content. I would have had to kiss butt.
Definitely. Remember, there's no content creators on the internet that either don't do drama or only thing they do is shill. There's no one like that. There's no other streamers online that do things like that. Everyone chooses either drama, scorched earth, or shill to the max. Those are your two options. Listen up, everybody. JoeDub says, Phil can literally take those same fail gaming clips he's complaining about and make it his shtick, but his ego won't ever allow it, so suffer piggy, yeah. Suffer, Philly. He could laugh about it, but he said he doesn't. He could laugh about it, you know. Oh, I suck at games now. I'm too old for this shit. Make it a funny thing, but no. Holmes says Claire would have been done a week ago if he stopped over leveling and doing the side content, and he gets mad when people tell him to stop doing that. That's why we're here. Oh, actually, not. We're just here because we missed one goal. Don't forget that. We're here because we missed one goal. It's not about any game bullshit. It's one goal.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, because Zangief just said this over in the Kick Chat. He's talking about the FGC stuff, right?
Oh, my God. He's...
Why is Darkside Phil the only person who has issue with rollback netcode? I'm not. Okay. I'm just the only person who has an audience who actually complains.
Audience, as Iwamoto says, it's far less notable if you have more than 200 viewers. When you have less than 200 viewers, it doesn't really matter what you say, though, to the FGC, does it? Right? Because no one else has your opinion, and 200 people are listening.
I'm not. I'm just the only person who has an audience who actually complains about the rollback.
Listen up, Tony.
I'm the only person who, like, now it's not an overly positive audience, but I still have an echo chamber. So when I say rollback netcode sucks, and the canons literally ruined the capacity for online play for fighting games because people are too ignorant to know rollback sucks.
Okay.
When I say that, it resonates with a huge group of people, but they're not the people who are in positions of power in the FGC. Get it?
Oh!
They're not. The people who are in the positions of power can't say rollback sucks because that means all the content they make is null and void and worthless.
Like I said yesterday, I won't repeat it too much. If someone could create a better system than rollback netcode, they would have extreme financial windfall if they made that happen, right? It would be extremely financially beneficial for a company to come up with something better than netcode. Sadly, they can't, so we have to use the rollback netcode, which is better than any other alternative right now. So we can bitch all we want about how rollback netcode isn't perfect, but is there any other option? We'd love to hear it.
Say rollback sucks, because that means all the content they make is null and void and worthless. So they'll never admit it. But I can tell you right now, there are people in the FGC who hate rollback just as much as me. They just don't have that soapbox to stand on for people who listen to them.
What about, are you are you claiming you have that soapbox, sir?
They just don't have that soapbox to stand on for people who listen to them. Let me tell you something.
Oh, go,
You're
go,
playing
please.
a fighting game.
Please, 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 yeah.
And you kick someone and it says KO, and then the round continues. So you hit them with a fireball, and the game says KO, but the round continues. So then you hit them with an uppercut, and finally they die on the third hit. That game is a piece of shit, and the netcode is completely worthless.
All right.
There is not a single person in the fighting game community who will ever dispute that behind closed doors, but publicly they will. But behind closed doors, they will all say, that is awful. They would all watch my match from the other day where I had to kill the person 3 fucking times to win the round and say, that's some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. Wow, that's just embarrassing. But they'll never say that publicly. Because I am not a sellout or a shill, I am able to be honest with you. You get it? That's why I stand apart. Why do you think I'm still here after 15 plus years while others have faded out into obscurity? Why do you think? Because I'm different.
How about the ones that have not faded into obscurity, like the 18 years on YouTube Maximilian dude? Are we not going to bring up them? Or are we just going to bring up the ones that did fail?
Because I have not fell in line with all the other crap. I refuse to.
Okay. So, anything else, or... Yeah, Wandering Monk makes a good point. Beat a level 70 mission, but can't beat Kirby. He's a good gamer, though. Not bad. He's not good at everything. He's not bad.
All right, so, again, what we really need to figure out here is what do I do about these lengthy playthroughs? First of all, today we're playing Blueprints. We're going to make great progress again, I feel like. Every time we've played Blueprints, we're finding a Sanctum key. We're solving one of the big mysteries of the game, right? At this point, what we have to focus in on is basically finding the last 5 keys, the last 5 Sanctum doors. Then we need to get all the history in line so that we can solve the puzzles behind those doors. Then we need to get...
Oddly insightful comment here from Sidious. I don't know if they're a real dent or not, but it said, one day, Phil, you will learn that trying to prove people wrong is the most futile thing you can do. Life is better when you just let people be, and they will move on themselves. There you go, Sidious.
Last 5 keys of the puzzles behind those doors, and then we're good. I think that's the end of the game. And we're getting closer every single stream. Sorry, I got distracted.
He got stun locked by the following. Where the fuck is Flatman B when you need him? And that stun locked him. He was complete stun cocked. Here we go. Ready?
Fine. So that we can solve the puzzles behind those doors. And then we're good. I think that's the end of the game. And we're getting closer.
He's
every
looking.
single.
There it is.
Every single.
Got
stream.
him.
Sorry, I got distracted by something in the chat there.
Yeah,
So,
you did, didn't you?
will people stick around for Blueprints? Will you engage and support with Blueprints here in its final hours? We're nearing the end of the game. Someone actually said, does it have a definitive ending? It actually does. If you open all 8 doors and you solve the puzzles, you get the true ending of the game, from what I'm to understand. But we're getting there. We've solved one of them. We're solving more, you know. We're going to get to that eventually. But we have to figure it out. So, will people show up and stick around for today? Will you please support Blueprints so that we can hit the goals? We can actually get support. We can do rewards. Here's the thing.
I'm torn, as I love Blueprint streams. I want to see these last few puzzles solved and get the story finished, but I can understand why people are getting bored of it. Did you not hear him? Whatever.
I wanted
True dents.
finish. Excuse me. I wanted to hit our goal milestone by the end of the week. because if we did it by the end of the week, we could do this DSP tries at Burger King or whatever. And then we could, by the end of next week, hit 100 goals, and we could do a marathon. All right? I know exactly what marathon I want to do, and I think you guys are going to love it. But now, because we were having this problem with these ongoing playthroughs not hitting goals, now we're staggering. Now we're sputtering. And this is a problem.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we got to figure it out, right? I don't know. But this is not for blueprints. This is because I like your podcast. Fair enough. Understand that's why I do the podcast. There are because I like, just for the record. By the way, I'm getting support. This is funny. I'm getting support, and Zangief goes, just for the record, I want you to know this is not for blueprints. This is because I like your podcast. Okay. Fair enough. Understand that's why I do the podcast. There are people who literally come by. Okay. So let's do some shout outs here. Ian S., who, by the way, Ian S. has been an absolute champion for blueprints.
Yes, he's given a lot of money to watch Philip fail at blueprints, that's for sure. Mr. Extravagant says, if he could only get the dents on prepaid plans. Well, that was the Patreon, but then that got too much work too, Mr. Extravagant. That's why we got rid of that one.
I want to make this clear. Ian has been here for almost every single blueprint stream.
Yeah, not enough though,
and has tried to support them when he could, and I really appreciate that, Ian. You're awesome. You're the person who gave me the amazing feedback and was like, dude, you totally got to do this as a day stream because there are people who like the game who can't be there for night streams.
Yes. You were the person supporting it. Hold on, let me see how much that's worth. NW News says recommend Bum Simulator on Steam.
So Ian did a 20-pound super chat.
Oh yeah,
which is the equivalent of $26.93. So thank you, Ian. Let's get that on the leaderboard.
That's Bum Simulator. You got to beg people for money. They need to have DSP DLC. Then I think more people would buy it. Game Maker.
20. Love Blueprint stream. Thank you, Ian. So Ian says, like variety. If you can't tell, that's why I'm a variety streamer. Okay, I'm the kind of guy that if I've told you this, if I just sat here and played one game nonstop, I would actually get bored of it and get burnt out. If I just sat here and played Capcom fighting games, I'd be bored within a few days. If I sat here and I played just Clear Obscure, I'd probably be bored. I like the fact that who don't like variety. But if you on rooms, right, you peel off one layer and there's another layer behind it. There were rooms that we had walked through, told each other happy now. If what's going on, and you're invested in it, these are the best streams, right? But if you've been watching it since day one and you're invested in it, these are the best streams, right? Like, I'm loving this. I can't wait to play again today. They're like, what are we going to find today? What new mystery? Where's the next key? What's the next big thing that we solve, right? I can't wait. But that's the thing about this game. You had to have been there along for that journey the whole time, right? I hope people understand that. Thank you so much, Ian. So Zangief did 5 gifted subs over on Kick and wanted to make it clear. I guess they don't really like blueprints, but they really like the podcast and they want to support it. Thank you, Zangief. That gets this weird thing.
Fuck Zangief.
I got to be careful because there is this weird thing, this glitch that's been going on Kick, where sometimes people will contribute, but it doesn't stick. It really sucks because sometimes it even happens to people who I know are legit contributors because they have before. Like last night, there was a bunch of subs that didn't actually happen. It showed them, it popped up, and they didn't actually hit. I was like, what? So I gotta be careful and check, but that's legit. You know, it sucks. I don't know what the fuck causes that. It's so annoying.
Medusa Jr. says, this stream is sponsored by White Claw, WPIG 6051. That'd be cool. See, I can make that funny, though. Oh, my God. Yeah. Anything I can make funny, I would be so on for sponsorship because I would make it funny. I would definitely have a bit, you know?
Let's see. Queen of Hearts says, objectively,
are you driving a truck with a blindfold on because one of your 2 fans gave you $50? Well, I hope you have your White Claw ready. You know, that kind of stuff.
A lot of factors determining whether or not you play it. I think when people see you vulnerable, everyone chimes in, including your trolls, making you feel confused. Huh? Yes. Vulnerable is objectively. Let's see. Queen of Hearts says, objectively, you have a lot of factors determining whether or not you play it. I think when people see you vulnerable, everyone chimes in, including your trolls, making you feel confused. Huh?
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not, and he's not going to look into it too because he has to be insightful for that. Too much facts in one comment, so I'm not going to respond to that, bitch. Say more positive things about me and say things that don't require me to change anything, okay? Pretty easy.
No, I'm not going to turn Elden Ring on with voice chat, and you know why. It was a silly thing to say. Sidious, I don't know. Sidious says, why do other variety streamers stick with one game at a time and beat it before moving on to the next? There's got to be a positive to doing that. I don't know.
Now he sees this Sidious comment. The other two comments were way more on point, but included a little bit of insight, introspection, which he decided to not read.
That's never been my methodology, but that's, I think that's, again, one of the reasons why I've had the ongoing success I've had, because I am doing a lot at once. So you can come by in one day. For example, some people might really like Blueprints, but not be interested in anything else. So you come by every third day and you watch Blueprints and you're happy because you're at least getting a few big streams of it a week, right? What if you didn't like Blueprints, but I'm playing Blueprints for 2 weeks straight? Here's the other thing too, which I don't understand. With the way that people support me, correct? Let's say, for example, you really like Blueprints and you're someone who comes by every time I play it and you support the stream. Well, if I'm streaming it twice a week, oh, I could support 2 streams a week. That's great. But what if I played it 7 streams this week? Do you think the person can literally come by 7 streams in a row and keep supporting every stream? Is that
interesting? So that's why he has so many games, I think, in his mind here, right? In his mind, he's thinking like this. But in reality, it's the same 10 people that give you money, man. Why are we saying this?
A person can literally come by 7 streams in a row and keep supporting every stream?
Because most human beings that do streaming online, people are supporting the entertainment the person is providing. The game on the screen is important, and that's definitely a part of the entertainment. Normally, they want to say something that's relevant to the conversation. They want to share a joke. It's not about the fucking game that much to anyone else on Earth. You know what I mean? It's really not. It's really not about the game. Oh, I like Scare 33. Here's $10, Sir Moist. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Is that even a realistic expectation? Probably not, right? Probably not. Probably that person can come by once or twice a week to support, but not 7 times. So I don't know what their model is. Perhaps their model is way different than mine. Perhaps their model is based on the fact that they got the game early and they got a promotional copy and they actually have a sponsor stream. So because they're streaming the game so much early, they're making money that way. Maybe they have 40 times my viewership. Therefore, the initial views they're getting on those quick streams is adding up to tons of revenue for them. I don't know.
No.
What I can tell you is we found this out many years ago. I am one of the most strongly supported crowd-funded streamers on the planet. Meaning, I don't rely on the other sources. It's the crowdfunding on the stream. That's my livelihood.
Yes, it's the begging.
A lot of other people don't have that. They have to have the other stuff. They have to have the sponsorships.
No,
they have to have the
don't.
exclusive promotions. They get paid to stream certain games. I don't have any of that. I rely on crowdfunding on the streams, and it works. My model works for me. It
seems like it's not working now. If one slow stream sends you to this crash out,
not work for others.
This entire stream has been a crash out. It's almost over, guys. We have 7 minutes left. What the fuck? The crash out stream. How can I do How can I do like fucking timestamps on this? The whole thing is crash out.
Crowdfunding on the streams, and it works. My model works for me.
Yes,
it may not work for
works.
others. So maybe their model works for them, but wouldn't work for me. I don't know.
Okay, so I will not change anything about what I do, but yet will still complain about the low support. Copeside Phil says, the reason he doesn't do drama and shill is because he's horrible at both. If he could, he would sell his soul to a corporation in a heartbeat. And that is a good fucking point. The reason he doesn't do those things is because he's not competent enough or have a following enough to do those two things. So therefore, those two things suck, right? His drama fucking sucked, and he doesn't have enough viewers for corporate shit. So he has no other option but to beg. And he makes it some like moral stance. I care too much. Yes, the reason I beg from you guys is because I have too much passion. I hate begging, but I have so much passion. Yeah, that's why I beg you guys, because I have so much passion. That makes sense. Holmes says, genuinely, imagine being jealous of Philip. It's impossible. Some people make the mistake of seeing how like money he gets, and they think like, wow, how easy that would be. But you got to get all the rest too, guys. All the rest comes with it. So you're extremely an addict of the worst degree in terms of everything possible, almost except for drugs. So alcohol, spending, and mobile games, all those three things you're addicted to. You have no friends, and you don't leave your house outside of once a week. You don't want to be this. You don't. I promise you. And you make shows like this that are very interesting and entertaining. So you have to do this part too, guys. Right here. This is part of the fun.
No, Big Dave's Emporium, I see there's an issue. I'm trying to...
This is part of the fun.
Figure out...
How long was this?
I don't know.
53:33.
No, Big Dave's...
Easy 40 seconds there, boys. Hell yeah. 40 seconds just like that. That's why he's the gouted one.
Emporium, I see there's an issue. I'm trying to figure out what the thing is to do to fix it. Because no one's really right now coming up with the big solution. You tell me to be like other streamers, but the reason other streamers are able to do it differently is because they don't do what I do. They're not streaming like I am. They're not me. They're certainly not in the position I am. If they have all these supplemental incomes, like they're getting promotional money for playing the game early because they're working with a publisher, or they're getting insane amounts of ad revenue because they have 40 times my viewership, then it makes sense to just play that game for 4, 5, 6 days straight till you beat it. I can't do that.
What about the people that don't do that? And just have enough people that enjoy their stuff that they watch whatever the fuck they... Okay, I'm done explaining it. Grazing Poro has a point. And you have to have a beautiful wife. She is beautiful. Good point, Grazing Poro. Doubt him.
There you go. See, Sidious? Thank you. Here's what Sidious just said, and I think that this is good. If the problem seems to only be with lengthy RPGs, it's not. It's just lengthy games in general. It's not even lengthy RPGs. It's just lengthy games. It just happens to be RPGs are some of the lengthiest, okay? You have two choices. Cut them out completely or approach them in a unique and different way.
I don't know what else to tell you, he says. So which path will you choose, Philip?
Fair enough. I have presented the fact that, you know, these lengthy games aren't working the way that we're doing them.
So which path you choose, brother?
Drop off, and that we need to change. The thing is, I don't know what to change yet. That's what I'm appealing to you to ask. And it can't be just play the game for 2 weeks straight, because if I do that, I will go out of business. No, I'm known as a variety streamer. That's the model that I've made success with. I can't just change my entire business model for certain styles of games. You know, it won't work.
So then you're just
right
doing
now.
nothing?
If I said, all right, we're just going to play Clear Obscure for a week straight to finish it, you're not playing Night Rain. You're not going to be playing the Switch 2 when it comes out. What about, you know, you're not covering any of that? Well, no, we got to finish Clear Obscure.
Okay.
See?
It'd be pretty simple to make the same game be the day stream and night stream do random shit. Pretty easy, right? It's not, then everyone's happy, right? But no, we have to have more shit to bitch about. Over-exaggerating everything. Yep. So he rolls. That's how he rolls. That'd be pretty
Big
easy.
Boss, or Boss Big, I don't know why you're bringing this up now, but yes, I had a sausage roll when we had those meat pies for DSP Tries a month or two ago.
Thank Boss Big. Boss Big says, there's a pastry that is... There's a pastry that is wrapped around a sausage called a sausage roll. That'd be good for DSP Tries It. Good point, Boss Big. Thank you. Thank you so much, Boss Big. I would love a sausage roll. Great point. Who doesn't love a sausage
this
roll?
Is funny. What is this? Hold on.
I have never had a sausage roll, though, to be fair. And I always think they look good in the British style things where I see them. They look pretty hype, to be honest, but... But I have never had one. This is dead air. We're just letting it go. Movie Sign says, yeah, Dave, I have a retirement... I have a retirement plan and government pension waiting for me, and I'm jealous of a 40-year-old loser beggar on the internet. That's what you're jealous of, movie science. So get it fucking right. You want his lifestyle, not yours. Don't you want to get rid of all your friends and the other times you leave your house?
This has nothing to do with the stream. Just something interesting just happened, so that could be a positive moving forward. Has nothing to do with the stream now, so. Anyway.
Okay, that's something we need to overanalyze.
Interesting just happened, so cool.
Oh, what is this?
Cool. This has nothing to do with the stream. Just something interesting just happened, so that could be a positive moving forward. Has nothing to do with the stream now, so.
He's happy.
Anyway, got distracted. Okay.
He's happy about something. I don't know what it is, though.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Hold on. This. Look what happened. The Echo the Dolphin timer, they screwed it up. It's no longer big in the middle of the screen anymore. Now it's down here in the bottom left-hand corner. It's tiny. Why'd they do that?
That's intentional.
They ruined it. Now how am I supposed to do a running meme? Right? I mean, what they did is they added bubbles. I guess those... What?
Oh, they got the music going. That is pretty hype. That is pretty hype.
What is going on?
What do you... what's to understand, brother?
I started playing Echo music. So the site changed.
That's pretty hype.
They updated the Echo the Dolphin countdown website. It's still 7,895 days. Whatever the hell that means. But now they have Echo the Dolphin music on the page.
You want to have a fun night? Take a Delta 8. Get yourself whatever is appropriate for your level. Get a Delta 8. Get the headphones on. Get yourself a comfortable chair. Close your eyes. Go to this website. Close your eyes. And have a fun fucking night. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, that was cool.
Stop it.
Whoa!
Get some help.
I'm sorry, Michael. Jesus. Sorry about that, Michael.
Or whatever your substance of choice is. Yes.
I pissed off Michael Jordan.
What's a Delta 8? Yeah, I know.
So that's interesting. We'll have to check back on that site from time to time. Here, I'm going to favorite that site.
I've tried it. Delta 8's better for me, Daspo. I've tried it. I used to smoke marijuana as well in my younger years. Delta 8 is better for me.
Add more and more over time. That'll be cool.
Just has the feeling I like more.
What's up, King Michael? It's good to see you today, man.
What's up, King Michael? Hell yeah.
Scared me. Anyway.
That's one. We're running out of time, though, guys. Just being honest.
Beaver Bother did a $1.50 tip. He says, where on the mantelpiece would your second Switch 2 be going? Oh, you don't understand. I'm actually getting 17.82 box. That's what I'm going to do. Very nice.
Boat Knight says, I'm kind of shocked he's more deluded than I realized. Today has been wild. A lot of things to unpack on this one. Lots of deluded thoughts.
Fake kick. Look at this fake kick.
What?
That's funny. Someone's a fake Kick account on YouTube. Why would Kick be on YouTube? That's funny.
Good meme, though. See? Whoever did this. Now, this is a good way to troll on YouTube. Someone made a Kick account on YouTube and said, DSP Gaming, please can you check your email? Good bit. Yeah, Simulated Dumplings, you did. I would watch this whole thing.
Yes, Kick support is really contacting me on YouTube.
But did you check? Yeah, did you actually check, though? It kind of looked like you did. Yeah, this is so funny. Whatever. Hang on a second here. Okay, well.
Has Kat considered getting a Steam Deck? No, because, number one.
No, because first of all, she doesn't make enough money to buy that, and I'm not buying shit for her, so that settles that, doesn't it? Any other questions?
She's using my mini PC right now. My mini PC is very close to the power of a Steam Deck. Like, it's about the same level, maybe slightly different,
Is that
but
true?
it's close. Like, people were saying they looked at with the specs what was in the mini PC, and it was pretty darn close. Like, we were playing Hades 2 at great settings on that mini PC, and it was fine. So that's number one, okay? Number two, if she gets something, she's just going to get a full-fledged PC eventually, you know? She's not going to just get the Steam Deck. She'll probably get a real gaming rig. But
with whose money?
Right now, she's been playing all kinds of indie games. Like, I know she's been playing some kind of a grocery store simulator. She tried, what was the other one?
What was the other one? Minesweeper. What was the other one? Solitaire.
It was like a part.
I was set up with all these cool games. It was on the mini PC. They're already installed. It's pretty fun. Pinball.
And you would set up like booths and do like business in the park. Like, she's trying different sim games. She saw me play Truck Drive Simulator, and she wanted to try it herself. She tried it, and it runs like crap on pretty much every PC. It even runs like crap on mine. I don't know if you noticed. The game doesn't even look that good on my PC. It's just okay. So she was like, I don't want to play that. So she's been trying other sim games and stuff like that.
Do you even
That's what
know?
she's been playing on the mini PC. So,
yeah, Incoming Toast, I would rewatch.
Excuse me.
I'll put a timestamp of like start from here.
Yes, I've had Bibimbap. I've had it. It's good.
Bibimbap?
Bibimbap is quite good.
Bibimbap is good. It's
I love it. Great. It's like all those things mixed together.
Nailed it. The Pasta Maker says he does truthful content. That's not a lie. He did eventually admit to playing WP Champions. Take that, detractors. Realest motherfucker on the internet.
Let's see. No, eventually Kat might get a full-fledged PC. Here's the thing. She loves gaming in the living room. She loves gaming in the living room. She doesn't want
She loves gaming as far away from me as possible. Yeah, I got it, Mad Ice. I'll definitely read it. later. Hold on. Just wait for this kind of die down.
Sitting in a bedroom or an office in front of like a PC setup. She loves console gaming. But sadly, a lot of these games that she wants to try are not on console. Most of these like sim chill style games are never on consoles ever. Very few make it. Only the big ones, right? Like,
yeah, big ones.
Planet Coaster or what's
Planet
the other
Coaster
one? There's like
type.
a few. Those are the big ones that are made by bigger companies.
I was Roller Coaster Tycoon guy, and I didn't want to do Planet Coaster. I don't know why I didn't believe it though. It's worth it. It's very cool and fun.
The little ones that literally come out every single day, they never make it to console. So she likes like relaxing gaming in the living room, but she's trying to find a way to viably play stuff on PC in the living room. The mini PCs worked, but don't worry too much about that. It has nothing to do with that's her gaming and stuff. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing here on stream.
Well, can't people just be interested? You bring her up enough for pity, so people might have questions about her, or... All right. Yep.
Stuart has done a gifted membership. That's our first membership before we started. We're now up to $74 to support. Thank you. Thanks for all the support before we started with Blueprints, everyone. Obviously, this means a much higher chance of hitting the goal tonight, which I appreciate.
Yeah, like what if you hit the goal before the game starts? Does that mean people supported for that game or what? Smiles in the house says Phil is losing me here. I think he's lost himself, Smiles.
Let's see
That's
here.
The problem. Let's see here. Hang on. Wonder what that email was.
I got a $2 tip from an anonymous tipper. You should check out a game called Sharks and Minnows. It's puzzles, sharks, and horror. What? What kind of combination is that? Puzzles, sharks, and horror. What's it called? Sharks and Minnows.
Exploration based.
What the hell?
Ooh, that looks kind of hype though, for me.
Hold on.
I like the liminal vibes. Here, I'll show you.
I didn't want to autoplay. I just wanted to make
He's
it full
not showing you, so I will. It's got the liminal vibes.
Let's see what this is. Sharks
I'm down
and Minnows.
with this.
Came out a year ago.
Oh, here we go. Same thing. I'm down with that. That's legitimately scary, but not too scary. So it's like I'm down. I don't like real scary games though.
So it looks like you're in a school gym, right?
I'm looking for fun.
Locker room?
Not like to be scared shitless.
Or maybe not a school gym. Maybe this is like a professional swim team or something.
No, definitely. I like the find
What's
the
going on?
find the anomaly games. Those are very fun. Very fun. I play the fuck
What
out
is
of
happening?
those.
Oh,
Exit 8. What's the other one? Exit 8 was my favorite one, but there's a few more now.
With dark water, that's kind of creepy. Sharks and minnows, wishlist now on Steam. That's it.
Exit 8 was hype, yeah.
That's literally it. That's all it shows. Find supplies to maintain your stamina, complete 10 laps, and escape.
Cabin Factory was too
That's
scary.
creepy.
I tried to play Cabin Factory, but that was a little bit too scary. It just popped. There's too much popping out. I don't need the pop out shit. I'm saying, don't piss me off with the pop out trying to scare me.
Okay, maybe we'll check that out eventually. Here, I'll add to wish list. It is out. It's only $8.
What was the mall one I had?
That could be a creepy one for later.
There's one about the mall that was awesome. Fall Small. I highly recommend Fall Small. If you like Exit 8, Fall Small is awesome. There's like 80 anomalies too.
So this guy Hyperfixate did a $5 super chat. He says, this is easy. Just drop the game on a first slow stream. Our support is a direct indication of what we want to see, and I wouldn't support for this shark game. There you go. See,
Well,
here's
what
the
this guy's
thing.
deal is. Yeah, go ahead.
I also want to make this abundantly clear.
Oh, please. Yeah, yeah.
All right. There are just slow days. It always happens. Literally
So
anyone
why are we crashing
who
out for
has
over
a
an
job
hour?
knows there's a slow day, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's when you start to see a consistent pattern is when you get worried. And I've noticed now it is with these lengthier games that the pattern is happening. You know, it seems like any game that we play, excuse me, that's a shorter term game. That's a quick thing. You beat it within a few streams, or maybe it's just a quick multiplayer session or whatever. You know, it's not a big deal. But it's these lengthy playthroughs where we start to have the problem where both attendance, engagement, and support all start to fall off once you get to a certain length. It's probably around the 15 to 20 hour mark. People seem to get burnt out on anything around that mark. And that's the challenge then, is to figure out what to do, right? I've never heard of Nonkatsu, no.
What'd they say? Nonkatsu?
Nonkatsu, no.
I've never heard of Nonkatsu. They meant to say tonkatsu, I guess, with the T.
Dave's Big Emporium says, I don't want to step on any toes. You know, a single person saying something doesn't make it right or true just because you agree with it, right?
Yes.
Yes, Dave, I agree with that statement. So I agree with you entirely, 100% with the statement. Now he's like, all right, I'm going to unban Eddie Chill. Do you think he learned his lesson?
People are writing.
I think he learned his lesson. Hopefully he did. Cracker Jack says, for me, I just don't want to wait 6 to 8 weeks to finish a longer game because it gets boring. I'm with you. I don't know the way to do it. I'm really
Make it every
trying
day
to figure
stream.
it out. I don't know what.
Make it every day stream and then do random shit at night. Pretty easy, actually, I think.
To do. I can't play too much in a short period of time.
Pretty easy, actually.
But then I can't play too little. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do it, I guess.
Green Heart says maybe do a poll every week or two asking your audience, do you want to see more of it? Have you already beaten it? Stuff like that. I guess I could. Polls sadly get skewed a lot by my idiotic trolls.
Yeah,
so
definitely. All right, yeah, we're officially in boredom
I don't know.
now again.
It might work, though.
We're looping. He's going to try to milk as much money he can from this topic, I guess. Larry Ava says, look up hating from outside the club and you'll find Phil's picture. Okay, I'll take you on that challenge.
What's the weirdest thing I've ever eaten? I don't think I've eaten many weird things, honestly. I don't think I have too much to talk about in that regard. All
Hamsters.
Right. Guys, I think it's time to end the show. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the feedback. I will take this into consideration. If you're watching this after the fact, please also share your opinion. I want feedback on the subject.
Okay.
I want to know what to do with these lengthy playthroughs. I want to finish Blueprints, but I can't have Blueprints be a dead stream. I want to finish Clear Obscure, but I don't want it to be a dead stream. What do I do? All right?
When do we jump off the cliff?
We're already in the midst of those. What about longer game playthroughs moving forward? Okay?
When do I jump off a cliff?
Okay. Let's end the show. Thank you guys for watching the podcast.
Big ups Grimner says send a clip of Phil crying for Discord. Okay, I can make that if it's the crying from today, I could use that. Kuzak Studio says if he puts as much energy into being a fun streamer as he does baking, he wouldn't have to worry about money. Yep.
We will have a podcast tomorrow. That will actually be my final podcast
is tomorrow.
Because I'm foregoing the podcast on Friday to do more Night Rain gameplay. Okay?
Yes.
So I hope you will join me.
No, he didn't
tomorrow
cry. He fake cried. I didn't mean to say cry, guys. Sorry. He fake cried. He did his little fake crying.
My week-ending show. It'll be a little bit of a hype lead-in for Night Rain, of course. And talking about any other topics, any other feedback that I get over the course of today, I'll share with you as well. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
That one. See you tomorrow. Great show. Huh? Definitely.
Okay, folks.
Really
Let's get set up. Shall we? Let's get set up here. Hold on. This goes off. And this...
Okay, he left at...
Let me put the chair cover.
12. Oh, no. Chair cover on first. Got to put the condom on. 14, he's gone until...
Game. B.
12 minutes. Oh, Flatman B's back.
Drop blueprints. Flatman B. He says, this is some constructive criticism. Drop blueprints and Clear Obscure, because the people who wanted to watch it have already beaten those games. Let's keep it going and keep it positive. Much love. Well, here's the thing.
You did not say bless us, by the way.
I'm exactly sure that people always watch my playthroughs just to see a first-time experience with a game. A lot of people, you know, they're playing a game and then they want to see how I tackled things differently than they did in a lot of cases. You know? So, I agree with you that many people who've been playing just this one or two games, you know, they probably already beat them.
Big ups.
And yeah, I'm lagging behind when it comes to progress in the games. But at the same time, people are probably interested to see how I discover stuff and do stuff, right?
Definitely.
Thank you, Flatman, for that.
Thank you, Flatman.
Okay. Time again for Blueprint. Wait, I want to see what it does. Is there a way to preview?
Big ups Jet Maximum 90 says in the living room, she has to be in the living room because she can't climb the stairs. Some people have theorized that. Big ups Big Dog. His pattern of doing marathons on the first is intentional, so his dents don't have to spend their checks on something else besides him. I have seen that theory as well. He wants to time them for the first. That could be something. There could be something to that.
No, you can't undo it. Once you make it, you're stuck with it.
Okay, whatever. So I did prepare a fun clip here, but okay, wait. First I want to play this. Iwamoto is putting his entire career on the line for a clip here. So we're going to play this. Here we go. This one, ready? Let's see. This is Iwamoto's career on the line.
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, here we go.
My name is Gabby. I'm 12 years old, and I'm pregnant as fuck. I call my mama Santa Claus because she always calls me a ho-ho-ho. After a Tamagotchi pet and my grandma's heading out, kill that bitch. I want to give birth to my car so that I can throw my baby out the window. My favorite part of Finding Nemo was when his mom died. That shit was funny as fuck. My favorite flavor of popsicle is dick. Michael Jackson didn't molest me.
Injury thoughts? Thoughts on that flavor?
I molested his fine ass.
Oh.
I named my pussy Rihanna because she loves to get beat up.
Oh my God.
I never look both ways before crossing the street because I'm a bad bitch. When I get bored, I drink dog pee.
Jesus Christ. That was unhinged. I didn't expect that level. God. Well, Yumoto, you get a lifetime contract, by the way. That was definitely good. Put that in my personal files for funny things to watch when we do the Maury show, which is coming up. The Maury, the what's his name? Jerry Springer. We're going to do that show coming up in the summer, and I'm definitely going to play that again. Real quick, I did want to play that before we get to the VR. Okay, before we get to the VR, I want to give us a retro react real quick. This is from Snort Burnout, and this is 6 years ago, and this is a classic one, but you're going to remember this.
He's trying to do that to get sympathy.
but it's just life. You know what I mean? Affecting my streams, it shouldn't be.
Do that to get sympathy.
This one was interesting for me because it talks about what he talks to Catherine about. Here we go.
That sucks, and it certainly shouldn't be affecting my streams. It shouldn't be affecting you guys at all. But it's just life. You know what I mean?
That was a parody, by the way, guys. That was a parody, 100%.
Continuing on.
Yes.
Kmart manager cheered and said, hopefully you can talk to Kat about depression and stuff like that, like you said before.
Okay? Hopefully you can talk to Kat about your depression and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I do. I absolutely do, but you guys got to understand that, we don't share everything, and, Kat goes through stuff too. Right now, Kat's all stressed out because she's been working like crazy, right?
We don't share everything?
She's been working full-time like crazy during the holiday season. It's very stressful. She's been under the weather recently, too, which just compounds things. When not only when you're already overworked and stressed, and then you get sick on top of it. It's like, ugh.
So you don't share your feelings with your wife when you're going through depression? I mean, I know that's possible, especially if she might be adding to it, but this is 6 years ago.
Oh!
Seems like you want to share that stuff if you have a loving relationship. Interesting, I thought.
Well, pretty similar to my single-player campaign. The horse is dead. My horse is dead. My horse died. What the fuck? The horse died. On a jump over a rock, the horse died. I have no horse. Okay, I have no horse. The horse died on a rock. This is a bad start to unlock play. What the fuck? The horse died.
It's like stress on, fucking stress, right?
I thought you guys would enjoy that.
And don't get me wrong, her, being here and the off time when I'm not on stream helps tremendously, but not always, able to fully help each other when we got our own stresses and shit going on. You know
Why
what
not?
I mean? But we are. I know for a fact that we're here for each other and we help each other a lot. Okay.
Why would you say this like this, guys? I know for a fact we help each other and are there for each other. Why? I know for a fact. You don't say that for things that you really feel, I know for a fact, by the way, that she has my back. What?
Going on, you know what I mean? But we are. I know for a fact that we're here for each other and we help each other a lot. Okay.
Do you know that for a fact?
Don't stress. Life is a roller coaster. It may be bad now, but it'll get better eventually. You'll live with it. Yeah, I know this for a fact. Being through what I've been through in the last 10 plus years that I've done this, my life, my God. I went from having an incredibly stressful office job where I was overworked, but doing this as a hobby, to losing that job, getting laid off out of nowhere, despite being overworked and underpaid. They laid me off. Then trying to do this for a living and seeing the foibles of that for about a year, finally getting into a group doing it, but then seeing backlash and negativity against me on the internet for the style of video that I put out.
It's like we're hearing the same thing from today.
Yep, I'm toxic.
Livelihood, then seeing all the ups and downs of YouTube falling apart at its seams, and having to basically adjust myself 2 years ago to become a full-time streamer rather than a YouTuber, and now doing this fun hybrid. And then this year, of course, kind of almost reinventing myself again to become a more chill kind of a guy and a more chill streamer, rather than being always, oh my God, always angry about everything or always dramatic and crap. Instead of doing that stuff, kind of being just more laid back and having fun with you guys on the streams seems to have done me wonders.
Okay, you get the point. I did also promise this. So to finish, we will watch this 10-minute video by shanabran, but you know the deal. There's a new video. That means you all have to go click it and give it a thumbs up if we're going to watch it here together, because what a legend shanabran is. Big Beppo says, Sir Biggs, a lot was boring today. I disagree. Today was one of the best in a long time. We had fun today, Big Beppo. Come on. And Jet Maxmus says, throw a chair like Steve Wilko's show. Yeah, that's what we're going to do on that show. I can't wait. And we're going to get Vikes in the studio because he was in the audience for one of those shows. So that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's go. This is Shanna Bran. Let's go.
I'm more of a cold person, but I've lived in Arizona all my life. What's up, Shanna Bran?
Hello, everyone. DSP here.
You're Shanna Bran. Okay. Nice.
This is kind of...
Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. And I wish that for all of you. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't want to crush others. You would need to crush others. Because you would be okay. And people don't get it. They don't. Because they don't have that.
Fruit by the roll-up. Fruit by the roll-up, you little shit. Fruit by the roll-up. You should taste it. You need to. That's what you need to do. Doesn't that make sense, Joni? Fruit by the foot.
Don't you have something better to do?
There you go.
Don't you have something you actually like?
Me? Me?
Because you know you don't
if you're
like
talking to me.
So why would that be what you're doing with your
I like
life?
dick in my mouth and I like women.
I don't understand it.
I know, me neither. And I've been alive for 20 years, honey.
You don't have to. I understand. You don't have to like what I'm saying. You have to say, I get it. Why would I focus on that? What is wrong with me? And I'm happy now.
Like
I don't
people
need to
mostly
anymore.
ask, what's their purpose? You know, what's
I don't
your
have to listen
purpose
to
in
any
life,
of this
Shan?
nonsense from the drama sector, whatever it's called. I can just be me.
Shani, what's your purpose in life? What do you hold accountable for?
This guy's weirding me out, yeah.
Making people happy, just living by yourself, or just doing the thing that you need to do at the end of the day?
Salami?
Your motive for waking up in the morning is salami. I love it.
Today I played games. I ate food for my wife. I made an insane amount of money. Why would I be sad?
Everybody's seeing their wife
to be sad.
Like they actually married.
It's what
I
just
love
happened
that.
today. You know? No one cares. Except my detractors and Rich, because Rich is a detractor.
I think he's having an extra sense of crisis right now, Joni.
So I wish that upon all of you.
Soul, please help me, Soul.
Better because of my wife.
Soul, please help me.
Yo, I'm trying.
Do some
damn.
damn.
I'm trying.
Did you see how angry I was?
Let me try.
Before I met Kat? You saw how angry I was, right?
Here, let me turn on your avatar to see how angry you exactly are. Oh, you look pretty angry for a pig.
It's all a lie. Doesn't exist. Stop with the brainwashing programming.
The paradox of the finitheist of the Bible does not exist. You have to understand the logical reality of the perception of your POV. It does not exist as it is conceived.
Yo, check out my hoodie real quick, though.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Okay.
Function.
What's going on?
You got a fucking wasted man giving you an honest opinion. Shit, you can't get any better than this.
This is disgusting.
My boy?
This is one of the worst things. No. This is revolting. You know what? I've had it with this shit.
Love, I can't with you. I literally can't.
I legit can't believe how bad this is. I was expecting...
Listen, come here. You were talking to a wasted person who's off of 14 shots of vodka. I can't understand a single interpretation you were talking about.
Baloney.
Furry.
I can be whatever you want, sweetheart.
I'm a minor, dude. No, you don't want to say that to me.
What the fuck? Alright, these guys weren't very hyped.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. DSP here.
Oh. You wanna gamble?
Salami?
Salami? I love salami.
And sriracha sauce.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, almost.
Double Monterey Jack cheese.
Okay.
With salt and pepper.
Oh.
Tuna.
Ew. You call me? No, it's something else.
With lettuce, tomato, and pickles. American cheese.
Yeah.
Are we talking about sandwiches? Oh, okay. I'm listening.
A 6-inch tuna sub. A cold cut combo.
Oh, he's a pig. Oh, that sounds so rude to say. I mean,
that's what he is, though.
Sorry.
But that's awful.
So hot.
What's your favorite thing to put on your sandwich? Let me hear this.
Ooh.
Salami?
She's into it.
Salami?
Uh-huh.
So it's with my aunt.
Just
ham?
Or...
With my mom.
Ham?
And a third meat, but I forget what the third meat is.
Oh.
That's good.
What's this?
Salami?
No.
Salami? Salami?
He was like,
salami?
I give the cold cut combo a 1 out of salami. Hello, friend Sleepy.
I'm your manager.
Wake up.
Hey, yo, do you have a girl out?
I'm awake, man. I'm awake.
Too,
I'm awake.
I don't believe you.
I'm actually a transformer.
You know.
So get that right.
I'm actually legitimately upset. I'm actually getting heated.
Oh, salami.
Salami.
For free.
Salami.
We're still talking about the salami.
Hey, little pig boy.
Yes, for $1.
Salami?
Touch your toes
And a third meat, but I forget what the third meat is. Ooh, I like that a lot. Wow, I really like that. Yes, please, more of this. This is delicious. That's very tasty.
Salami.
Oh, man.
I legit can't believe how bad this is. I was expecting
There's Luigi back there.
bad performance. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting to go into this DSP tries it and be like, well, I'm not impressed.
Do mixed dance, you got this.
I can't sleep well.
Salami?
Salami?
They're having fun.
Whoa, no pigs. No pigs.
What?
Squeal for me, pig. Squeal for me.
Squeal.
Your existence is against my religion, and you disappear.
The fuck is this guy? A fucking pig George Bush or
Hello, Melanzana City.
There he is. That's what he looks like, by the way.
Bush or
Hello, Melanzana City.
That's what shanabran looks like, by the way.
Hi.
When he's saying the salami
I
and
went
stuff.
downstairs. They wanted me to
Excuse me,
dance.
sir.
That will get you where you need to be. There's a lot of nicotine. Oh my god.
Yeah, not this guy again. Fuck.
Hello, everyone. DSP here.
Crash. How you doing? I'm holding on by a leg right now with my leg.
I lived 1 block away from Pete's Subs. If you don't know, Pete's Subs is actually the business that became the modern day Subway.
No,
you know that they sell pork though?
This motherfucker probably got glasses on and he's like, well, according to my calculation.
But my
I love you, bro.
opinion is negated because you're an idiot who has to be a naysayer to everything that I say. So how about this? If you want to come to my stream and be disrespectful and try to contradict everything I say, you're a fucking mouth-drooling moron, and I'll call you whatever the fuck I want, and you'll like it, bitch.
I have 18,000 subscribers. Shut the fuck up.
Shut
the fuck up. I make more money than you do in a week. Don't fucking don't.
You know who you're talking to? He has 200,000 subscribers.
Talk to me about that bullshit, bro.
Talia, let's keep it a vibe, right?
Oh, vibe, my bad.
Or if you want to come to my stream and be a respectful, nice person,
homeboy, dab me up.
and just be, let's have a nice conversation and be nice to each other, then you're a cool person and come on by and you'll be treated with respect. You see, it reciprocates. It's not you come here, you treat me badly, and then you expect respect for yourself. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, awesome, real shit. How are you doing? Oh, so you want to walk away like a little punk. All right. So that's what I'm talking about, bro. People want to act like they got respect. Okay. So how are we doing, Shanna? How
Shut
are
the
we
fuck
doing?
up when I'm talking.
On a real note,
anime bitch.
No, we're both beefing. I got no beef. No reason.
Like he
I got no beef.
Obsession with me, though. I didn't do shit, bro. Crystal, are you doing good?
Yeah, Shanna.
I'm actually legitimately upset. I'm actually getting heated.
Hey, I know, but can we start from square one?
Here, How are you doing right now? I gotta look at you. Making orchestra album. Job pays 400. Oh fuck!
No one cares.
Actually, lock in for that. Who the fuck just said nobody cares? Why? What's your problem, bro?
Beefing.
What's your problem?
From square one.
Hey, stupid! I have depression. You dumb fuck! I actually have it. I know what it feels like.
Okay, and I've more times than you fucking respect yourself. Okay, what's your problem? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, actually, go. Like, do me a favor, be a fucking good person, and get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you here. Stop. Yeah, stop. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Nobody wants to talk to your punk ass. Yeah, I'm fucking blocked. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Nobody wants to talk to your punk ass.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm fucking blocking you, bro. Bye. Fucking dumbass bitch.
Believe you.
Dude, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I'm not in the mood for
Hey, I'm
people
not gonna
like
lie.
that.
I tried to start square one with you, but you gotta back up, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you're coming at him kind of hostile like he was to you, but like at the same time,
I threw a little bit of a stray. I threw a little bit of a stray at him.
he got his own. Like I'm not trying to attack you, but
go fuck yourself.
Oh, damn! Got kicked out. There we go. Shanabran with another one. I think he played the first part wasn't as good, but it was building towards that ending. I think that's why we stayed with that guy so long, because he did provide some good stuff at the end there. Anyways, Shanabran's a legend. Go follow his channel, please, if you haven't already. That will do it for the show today. Tomorrow will be a very robust lore stream and pre-stream. Tomorrow, Friday, who the fuck knows, because it's a non-pre-stream day, but I will be streaming Friday for some reason. Anyways, with something. Anyways, you're all fucking legends. Thanks for chilling. See you tomorrow. Bye. I'll read it after, Matt. Hang on. I forgot. I'm an idiot. Matt, or tomorrow's fine too, but I did say I was, so I can give a real answer. All right, hold on. Salami. Hold on. It's a fucking song. Hang on. Pause the song for a second. I'll play it, I promise. Matt says, I've recently decided that I'm going to go to Japan next year or the year after. I'm doing research as a Japan-style individual. Are there any recommendations? I recommend going to if you care about Ghibli, the Ghibli Museum is very hype, all right? Extremely hype, okay? So I really recommend that if you care about Ghibli at all, even one iota, go there. After that, I would say you got to go to Sushiro, the restaurant. Now, it's not some kind of fancy thing, but it's conveyor belt sushi. That is a very fun experience that I recommend you go to. After that, I would say go to any izakaya, right? This is any kind of izakaya style place they have. This is where you want to go for how the drinking experience was it's a little bit different experience, a drinking situation, you know, than a normal like bar you might get where you're from. So my recommendations are Ghibli Museum, Sushi Row, and any izakaya. Okay? After that, it's like, what are you into, right? Castles and stuff. You into, you know, you into the castles, you into the parks, you into Mount Fuji, that kind of stuff. You got to decide yourself. But big ups, Matt Ice. Back to the music. We'll see you tomorrow. You're a legend. Salami.
do 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 do